Gentlemen, what the hell is going on this Super Tuesday?
What is going on, my friend? How we doing?
Living the dream. Couldn't ask for anything better.
The Pump Fake Pod. Let's go. Absolute fire kind of day. What's going on? It was a fire day. I mean, good day of hoops. Super Tuesday. I'm tracking for a green day. It'd be just a little bit over 500, if anything, 14 and 12 probably. But how are we doing today? I mean, things starting 0-2 was tough, of course, and then there was a long pause in between the games started up, but it was a good 6 p.m. slate for us, I believe, and some fun games as well too, and some bad beats, of course, too.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting 7 and 8. I got UConn, Notre Dame. What the hell else did I have? UConn, Notre Dame, Oregon. Yeah, Florida State and Ole Miss are dead. So I got those three left. How about Army? Army today. Fucking Golden State Warriors today. They were like plus 21 in the three-point scoring and lost by 14 still. I mean, brutal George Washington. Yeah. I mean, they all were hitting. It was ridiculous. That was kind of a tough beat, but it is day basketball, so of course weird shit happened.
No, absolutely. And yeah, I mean that play kind of just felt dead, although George Washington could run away at any time. It was never kind of over, but yeah, Army was hitting at an amazing clip, and Charleston Southern went cold as hell, as all can be. So yeah, an 0-2 start for the day wasn't fun, but I knew that meant there was gonna be some winners in that late slate. When I start 2-0, it's almost more of a curse than starting 0-2 lately.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that. Florida State
kind of good, man. They got like some like tall like European dudes you can just clip, and maybe not play the best defense, but they're tall enough to at least. They got size.
Yeah, they looked pretty good. That line was all over the place, so it still didn't matter. They still covered. I think it closed at like 2.5 or something.
Yeah, it went all the way down to 2.5. I knew that bet was absolutely smoked when I saw that.
Yeah, this Kansas UConn game pretty good. UConn's now only up 1. It was a quick 5-0 run from Kansas there, but yeah, Florida State about to get 40-pieced at home with 7.5 minutes left. Ole Miss is down 14. Oregon tied with USC, and then Notre Dame is down 4. So nope, 2. So let's hope we get that Notre Dame.
Kentucky's up 1.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, that's a good one. I laid off that game today. I liked Kentucky, but I was like, North Carolina off a loss. They are better, but it is Hubert Davis, so I was like, I'm not going to bet it, but I would have bet Kentucky. So kind of glad I laid off right now.
Running through this slate here, Campbell covered against Penn State. That was nice. They were flirting with a no cover there at the end of the second half. They got it done. A&M money line got it done. Oklahoma got it done in Wake Forest. Wins by 22. Lost that one. East Tennessee State looked like it was going to be a good bet the entire way, and they just fell flat end of first half and didn't look back. Syracuse plus the points, easy. They were in that game the entire way and kind of controlled the tempo there. William and Mary on the plus points. Eastern Michigan. I don't know if you ended up betting that, Trevor. That was a fun cash.
Nope. I don't involve myself with Butler. Those witches, those demons.
I figured maybe you did or didn't. Michigan State, easy money, minus 5.5. You got me on Virginia Tech, South Carolina, and then we were somehow covered on UNC Greensboro plus 5.5. That got absolutely sweaty as well. They probably shouldn't have covered that game, but ended up covering. So, and then how about Valpo, man? Come on, Shout out Valpo, man. Plus 19.5, plus 18.5, whatever you got. Let's go Valpo, man.
Did they win outright?
Take Marquette to OT and lose to Marquette by 2, but a true road game going up to Marquette in this blizzard, they didn't care. Valpo's from the Northwest. Crusaders fought hard on that journey.
Yeah, Marquette sucks. They are horrible. Like, they're gonna get fucked up by Wisconsin. Like, the way they look, they're gonna get fucked up by Wisconsin on Saturday or Sunday or whenever the hell that game is.
I think it's Saturday.
Yeah, they'll get fucked. Let's go Bucky in that one. But yeah, otherwise, just pulling for Notre Dame, and who now has a 1-point lead, and USC and UConn. Think if I get 2 of those, I'll be about 500. I'll be in the green if I get somehow pull all 3 out of my ass. So let's go.
Yeah, no, we'll get there, and I'm confident too that we'll be propelled into the green here. We're sitting in the green, but Ole Miss, Florida State's gonna let me down. But feeling good. We're feeling good to end the night, and I'm pumped up for this tomorrow slate too. I mean, we got to talk about Duke too. They all these games that they do those Fugazi covers, they do the opposite for this one at home. I don't know if you got eyes on this game, but it was the best, probably one of the best games of the night going into it, and then you have basically a game winner with like 10 seconds left. That was fun. Cameron Indoor Stadium was absolutely jumping. That game was college basketball at its finest, right there.
Yeah, it was a great game. I did fall into the Duke trap. I was like, you know what, whatever. What's one more bet today? I took Duke at the worst -9, but I was like, they if they're going to cover, they're going to win this game by double digits easy, or they're going to win by a possession. But shout out Florida for showing up. They played them tough. That was I'm sure a lot of people got burnt with Duke today. Did Duke pull it out and win? Last I saw, they were down 2.
Yeah, they won. Did you not? Yeah, they won. They won on a – bro, what? They won on a game winner with 10 seconds left.
Pretty nice call.
Okay.
They ran a reverse pick and roll, inside out guard pick and roll for Boozer, and then Boozer stopped him, passed it to the pick and pop guy. So inside out pick and roll for the win. It was nice.
Damn. Yeah, no, I was doing the slide, so I had my quad box on, but didn't pay full attention to the end of it. So shout out that. It was a good game. I watched the majority of it. Just, of course, the last 6 minutes I did not watch, but
yeah, it was a fire one. Duke's. I mean, that's a tough place to play. Florida proved that they're not as much as not a joke. I'm not saying they've been a joke, but they've looked flat. But they came out strong. Defense was solid. Tough to make shots today. There, that was a fun game. Like I said, that game felt like a true college basketball game.
So did Syracuse and Tennessee with the court.
Oh yeah, they were rocking. Yeah. Carrier Dome was rocking.
That was my favorite game so far of the night. That was a fun watch. Defensive battle, grind it out, and then icing on the cake, little cherry on top with the court storm.
And because we get a little cover too, plus 7.5. That's always fun.
Oh yeah,
that Virginia Tech game and Texas A&M game were pretty good too. Texas A&M was control, blew it, and then got it back, and then South Carolina not even getting a shot off at the end of regulation.
Ncaa Johnson, man, what the hell was he doing?
And he missed both of his free throws with under 3 minutes or so. It was. Yeah, South Carolina is going to do South Carolina things under Lamont Paris when Ncaa Johnson is your go-to guy for the third time in your coaching career at South Carolina. So,
classic.
Yeah, shout out the Cox.
Yeah, A&M got it done for sure. We got some good games going on now as well too.
Sparty, free. Ben McCollum, Bennett Sturts, welcome to the Big Ten on the road. They hung tough for about 7-8 minutes, and then Sparty just took control of that game. Yeah, never gave it back.
I mean, Michigan State was going to win that game on the inside, and they had the throwback jerseys to the early 2000s. Oh, it's so clean.
And it was classic first true road game for Iowa.
Yeah,
that too.
easy
into a nasty environment like that. That's not going to bode well. I would have been very impressed if they would have kept it within single digits.
Yeah,
I thought that was, like Huff said, one of the easiest bets of the night. And I got it at a bad number because I got all of mine throughout the day today. So I got mine at like 5.5. I think
I had 6.5.
Elliot was so mad about the K-State game. He didn't drive home. Actually, he walked home. Actually, in the blizzard, he decided to drive home and just hurt himself even more of the pain that he felt last night.
Felt like I was driving or I was walking home with the weather. Man, Lord have mercy. Then wasn't even fun waking up at 6:30 to go into work, and the roads are still complete shit. They didn't fix anything. It was brutal, but luckily it's better now, thankfully. But my Lord,
yeah. And we got it's a 50-car pileup yesterday or 2 days ago in Indiana, and that was due to the snow on the highway. 50-car. That's like my nightmare, actually. Like when people behind you on the highway are running into you and there's no way to go. I see all those videos on the internet. That's like
nothing you can do.
One of my biggest fears. Yes, for sure. Oh, yes. And but yeah, Elliot's back at least. And then Loyola, actually. We got to talk about Loyola. They finally got a cover.
Central Michigan. Oh my God. They were up 8.
They were
at half.
Loyola was due. I had to keep riding it though. It was
a
profitable train. You had to keep betting it.
There wasn't a time I was going to take a stab on Loyola by any means. Massive and one by Kansas. Wow.
Oh, he drew that's the fog whistle. That was self-imposed contact to get the fucking foul.
Trevor, you're like on pace now too. You're not. Whoa, look at you. You're up to speed. You're not a quarter behind, a whole half behind.
I'm on my phone. Wow, Notre Dame just got boned on a bad call. That was terrible. They're gonna get this done.
Oh yeah, classic missed free throw at the Fog by Kansas. That place is jumping too, though, man.
Yeah, that place is rocking tonight.
There's some grinder games. You gotta love good unders in these like top games, man. We didn't take any stabs. I wasn't gonna with Florida Duke, but
I should have taken games. I should have been faithful and stayed consistent with my KU unders with Darren Peterson still out, and looks like it's gonna be coming through for sure, unless it goes to OT. But
oh wow.
I got scarred from that Kansas Tennessee game going over. Oh my God, holy shit, Connecticut.
Yeah, 2.5 Connecticut.
Money line. I got money line minus 125.
Right. I'm on Kansas plus 2.5. I thought that line would maybe jump more with the Peterson news, but it didn't. It stood right there.
It was baked in. We even said it last night. Like, I don't think he plays. Otherwise, why are they underdogs at home? I felt like they knew he wasn't going to play. And came out today. It was never gonna play. They're gonna let him sit for a minute because they don't give a shit right now. It's conference play and down the stretches where they really need him.
Yeah, dude, it's some fire games. Notre Dame tied it up too as well.
KU's gonna get a hell of a look here. Bill Self is the king of the ATO.
Yeah. God, their fucking guards. I've seen this so many times last year with their guards, though.
I know, but he it doesn't matter who. It could be Kansas State School of the Blind and Deaf, and he would get somebody a wide open shot. He's so good at these ATO plays.
True.
And just letting everyone know. Also, the rhythm play of the day hit with ease. That over. Always a good sign when your over immediately jumps to the live over about 5 minutes into the game into the 160s, about 15 points over. That felt good right away. Was no problem whatsoever. We get it done here. with Nichols and Creighton, over 143.5. Fire stuff there. And shout out Rhythm. They got all the models. They got all the good stuff, and makes it a little easier for those that don't have to data dump and data chug as well too. And we know how hard that can be doing those models. But you literally can just pull your phone out, download the app, look up any sport you want, and it spits out games with a win percentage, how the model's performing as well too. And that's all on rhythm.ai. Make sure to use promo code PFP25 for 25% off your first month. And hit that like and subscribe button on this video if you're not subscribed already, but still hit that like button on this video as well too.
Yeah, that shout out to you guys for that rhythm play. That was just a auto tail for me this morning when I was looking through, check the picks page and saw that was posted as the rhythm play of the day, so automatically got that in, and like you said, sweat free runner, really.
Come on, Braden Mullins. Think of free throw here, buddy.
They did not get a good shot.
They did not. They went for contact. Why?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So you get that? You're
It's a long time to go for two as well too, like just for a two.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say they called time with like 23 seconds, and then they got the shot off at 10, 11.
They must have been trying to get some action on. I didn't see it completely, but they probably should have got some action on the three.
Yeah. Well,
the fog,
and he's boom. Hey, I said I don't think this roster is very good. I don't think Bill Self is enjoying coaching very much anymore. We've heard retiring rumors and this whole NIL transfer. It's tough to build a team and a culture when you got new guys coming in and out every single year. I don't think he's having much fun. I would be shocked if those retirement rumors are going to be true. Oh my God, Notre Dame. Dumb foul. A poor man's painter.
Wow.
No comment.
Hey, can we get comment on Jerome Tang, the future with the program?
Yeah, we need comment.
You need a comment, you said?
Yeah. What's the consensus of season ticket holders on Jerome Tang? I know that were they already flipping a little bit or
little. I mean, disappointing. They've been there's probably about 50-50 that have already 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in the door, kind of. Even after the last couple seasons, especially after last season, he was kind of already on the hot seat for a lot of people. I think. And last night definitely did not help his case, especially after calling the team out and blaming himself for not getting his players ready. And then he shows up at home after that, and his players were still not ready. So I will say it's an interesting situation for K-State athletics as a whole. I'm hearing some grumblings throughout the football, basketball kind of whole athletics landscape. So we'll see what happens. I will say I do respect Tang for owning it. Our football coach, Coach Kleiman, I know this is not a football show, but when we don't win, he tends to blame things and tries to blame other things outside of his control, or just tries to make up excuses. And Tang last night afterwards, he basically said, "I'm surprised that all the fans stayed as long as they did, because if I was a fan, I would have left way sooner than that." So
I didn't see that.
At least he's open and honest. He's been honest the last 2 games, but while I appreciate that, I don't appreciate the fact that you call yourself out for not having your players ready, and then somehow you lay a dud the next game out. So that left a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouths for sure.
Makes sense. I'd probably be pretty pissed at my coach too for that, especially with how much money you're making. You got one job, coach and get these guys ready. Got embarrassed by Bowling Green.
Yeah, I mean, first half was kind of they hit 9 threes, shot 9 of 15 from 3, but really we had lacked energy the whole entire night. No energy, no toughness. Couldn't seem to kind of find a lineup that was good on both sides of the ball. He, if he had an offensive lineup out there, they couldn't get a stop. When he put his defensive lineup out there to start the second half, we cut the lead, but we couldn't cut it more than like 4 or 5 because we. What was that?
Oh, Notre Dame!
Oh,
What a 3!
let's fucking go!
Bang! Let's go! Fucking A. Make a free throw, Burton. Make a free throw.
Come on, Notre Dame. Come on.
Oh, what a shot.
This is the one. Put me in the green for the day, Notre Dame. Come on. Oh, fate. Touchdown, Jesus. Field goal, Jesus. Whatever. I don't know.
White boy cold.
One of my least favorite players, too, is the tall guy on Kentucky. By the way, I've watched him so many times.
I have not even had eyes on that game yet, to be honest. I miss all my TVs.
You got to see North Carolina's jerseys. They're fresh. They got the old ones on. It's pretty fresh. Got some throwbacks today.
I'll turn it on after this Notre Dame game.
Yeah, we need your multi TVs back for sure.
I miss it. I miss them. I need to get them set up. Fuck. Trying to watch all these games on one TV on YouTube TV quad box. Don't get ESPN Plus. Yeah, I got like 2 little windows on my monitor here. I got the game on my phone. Not the same, though.
No, it's not the same.
But shall we hop in tomorrow? We got a bigger card tomorrow than we did today. So
absolutely, let's do it.
Hop right in. Pine Bluff catching 18.5 at Illinois Chicago, 163 total.
Oh god,
this is a noon game, 11 o'clock game.
Correct.
Is a home game. They got Yale on deck. They are off a loss. Pine Bluff obviously off of a loss, but they're still on the road. They're 0-8, all on the road here. Illinois Chicago. I'll take Illinois Chicago, laying the big number. They're off a loss. They're back home. They do have Yale. Ugh. UIC, no bet.
Yeah, I thought Fond du Lac's got antennas though. At least, can you get some antennas going? What? Fond du Lac, is that what it's called? Where
Fond du Lac?
Fond du Lac. That's the bourgeoisie of your area, right? Oh, live in Fond du Lac.
No, it's actually the shitty town.
Oh, it's shitty. Fond du Lac's shitty, actually. Okay, well they love cheese, I guess, melted cheese. But this is another. We'll lay it. Big number. Big number this morning. Didn't work out quite well with George Washington. Feels very tough to lay this many points again. But this is Arkansas Pine Bluff we're talking about as well too. I'll wait to bet it at the end of the show. See if this number goes down just a tad bit. I'm on the big number early, but Arkansas Pine Bluff giving up 111 to Miami, 98 to Marshall, 106 to SMU, 104 to Vanderbilt. I will say Arkansas Pine Bluff is a little battle tested, but this just feels like a write-off kind of game for Illinois Chicago that they can go in, mess with their net ranking a little bit, and get a massive dub, especially in a home spot here. So I'll lay it with UIC.
Yep.
I'll wait.
Elliot wasn't there. Oh shit! I'm sorry, Elliot.
You're good. You're good. Used to me being gone. It's all good. I will lay it here as well. I tailed you guys on that lay of the George Washington. Didn't really come to fruition, but I think this is a good spot for USD to get right and bounce back off of that tough Robert Morris loss on the road. I kind of like the over too, over 163.5. I know we tend to take the unders during the middle of the day, but Arkansas Pine Bluff can score and they just give up a shit ton of points. So I wouldn't mind that either, but I'll just lay it with the points in UIC though. I think that's my more confident side. Like you said, APB, 9th straight road game, the world tour or the nation tour.
Yeah.
How many more games they got on the road? 3 more? No, 2 more after this.
They're collecting a bag, though, man. They're just getting
Paul
a bag.
against
I don't blame them for that either.
Yeah.
No,
No.
but I mean, and
Bag season.
they definitely returned home before this game because they've been off for 10 days now. So they might start out slow. Maybe a first half UIC play. Now the more I think about it, maybe the UIC just lays it on them pretty early and often with the slow start from APB and then prevents the back door at the end. But I think you can lay it either way. I think it'd be good.
Sure. Northeastern's catching 5.5 at Holy Cross.
What?
We got one more 11.
right?
I apparently forgot to make that slide or didn't save it or something. Tennessee Tech Lipscomb. That's right. Tennessee Tech Lipscomb. What is the line on this?
I'm seeing we've got Lipscomb Lane 10.5, over under 151.5.
Lipscomb 3 straight wins. Back home now. Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech's off in Kentucky, Georgia. Lord. I'll take Lipscomb. They've been playing really, really well. I know Tennessee Tech's off to just brutal games, but it's immediately back on the road too. So I'll take Tennessee Tech. Probably won't bet. Oh, I got to bet one of them. I feel more comfortable with Tennessee Tech.
What you got, Elliot?
Yeah, I will probably end up. Man, I kind of like both of these overs actually. Surprisingly here, I'll take the over 150.5. In this one, I think we were kind of down on Lipscomb in the first year of the Kevin Carroll era, but they've looked like they've kind of turned it around. Started out slow, lost a couple tough ones on the road, but at home they've beat Western Carolina by 21. Now they got Tennessee Tech. I wouldn't, you could lay it here too, but I kind of both teams play with a lot of pace. Tennessee Tech's terrible from defending the 3. Lipscomb shoots a shit ton of threes, and they're at home, 7th in the nation in point distribution from 3-pointers. Yeah, I'll lay it with Lipscomb.
Yeah, I think lay worthy here as well. Going to decide between that or the team total over as well. Sitting around 80.5, 81. So I think that they definitely can go over. I know Lipscomb isn't really trying to run it up as much as in teams past that used to just be able to run in transition. But even with their kind of sets that they run, they've been able to put up 77 in a loss, 98 at home, 83, 90, 88 on the road. So they've been able to score. I think that they can continue the momentum here against a faulty Tennessee Tech defense. So, yeah, I like that team total over angle as well with Lipscomb.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down too. I like either of those. I would say I don't want to get too cute like we did on the Iowa State game. However, I don't think that Lipscomb is a defensive-minded team that's going to be able to get the stop. So I think if they're going to win by 10.5, they probably hit the over. So, yeah, I don't mind that team total over. I think I lean towards that more than the big 10.5, 11 spread.
I don't mind the full game even too as well. If they can get in the 80, if they get 80. This line's flipped. Northeastern's not plus 5.5. They're minus 5.5. Because they're plus 5.5, I was going to take out another mortgage on Northeastern against Holy Cross. But they're laying 5.5 on the road against Holy Cross. Northeastern, they on the road already won at Harvard by 17, lost by Princeton, laid an egg, won it on the road against Duquesne. So they can win on the road for sure. And I know Holy Cross likes to defend the homeland pretty well here. I'll take Northeastern just because they've been able to win on the road in the past. But this line kind of stinks in my opinion. I feel like Holy Cross does a decent job of defending their home court. But I like Northeastern just on the fact and principle that they've been on the road, 2-1 in true road, or 2-2 in true road spots. But one of those games were against Wake Forest on the road, which is a tougher opponent. I think Bill Cohn can get it done, and we see Northeastern focus. Holy Cross likes to shoot the three, and Northeastern can kind of defend it decently well. Northeastern likes to take it inside, and that's where Holy Cross struggles. I think that's going to be the catalyst for the Huskies here.
Yeah, no, I'll take Holy Cross. Their last home game, they played Siena. They lost by 4. And I get Northeastern just off of Wake Forest. Hit the road again. I'll take Holy Cross. No bet in this one. I'm not going to be sweating out a Holy Cross cross bet tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll take Northeastern minus the 5.5. I think they got it pretty well against Siena, but I think Siena plays a little bit of different style. Like you said, Huff, Northeastern relies down low more so on the inside and interior. And exactly, your cap is correct. The Holy Cross struggles to defend the two. So I will go with Northeastern here. I think that they can get whatever they want on the inside, and they end up winning by 8 to 10 points.
Let's go.
Wright State's catching 3.5 at Youngstown. A little Horizon League action tomorrow. What did these two do last year?
Yeah, this is a battle, intrastate battle.
Wright State got swept.
Wright State's just they haven't been solid.
Not saying they have. They got swept the year prior, too.
Youngstown State, undefeated at home this year. Coming back here, I mean, I've seen Youngstown State's offense lay some eggs, but I also have seen Wright State do it. Now they're slow amount of points. I see minus 2.5 as well out there, so shop around. I'll take Youngstown State at home. I think they've been able to step up defensively. They're just it's pretty even on all fronts on both sides of the ball. I think Youngstown State can play a little tad better on both sides. I expect this place to be a tad jumping, especially with Wright State coming in on their home court. I think Wright State's going to try to slow it up. Youngstown State's going to try to push tempo. And that battle is going to win and be a bad concoction for Wright State. So I'll go with the home team in their first Horizon matchup here. And I will say it does scare me that that they put up 87 against Chicago State, and then Wright State kind of laid an egg against Butler. But they were playing super tough. They blew that cover at the end, and I think Youngstown State's going to be able to prevail here, especially at home and double it up because they did only score 67 before that 87. So I think that they're going to be able to double up on offense, no problem, and get it done. Take the 2.5 with Youngstown State.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it. It's $2 beer night tomorrow at Youngstown, not to mention Wright State has not beaten Youngstown since 2022. They've been swept 3 years in a row. This Youngstown State team we're all really high on. A lot of talent, a lot of returning production. I know Wright State played Butler tough for 35 minutes, but on the road here, a team you haven't had success with in recent year, and it's going to be $2 beer night. Let's not forget the original beer night angle started at Youngstown State when they came back from like 20 down and hit that corner 3, basically as time expired to win and cover. So. I'll be back on the Penguins tomorrow. Youngstown minus the 3.5.
Yep, we will squad ride here. I'll be on the Penguins as well, minus the 3.5. Shout out to my guy Bryson Dawkins, friend of the program, transfer from Houston Christian. Now he's playing and doing pretty well there at Youngstown State. All back to Penguins in the ice box. I think that they defend home court. Horizon is definitely a a conference that you want to protect home court and then hopefully try to pick a few games off on the road. So I think Youngstown does that here. I will lay it with the Penguins.
Come on, Youngstown. The march of the Penguins.
Furman's laying 2.5 at Elon. Ooh.
Whoa.
What's going on here? Elon's been good. Furman's off of a loss. Elon also is off of the Mercer loss. A home loss. They stay home. Furman lost on the neutral on Friday. Now they're traveling to Elon. Where was that neutral they played at? Kissimmee, Florida.
Yes.
Now you're going up to Elon here. I'll take Elon with the points. I'll take Elon. I think they win this game. At home, off a loss, didn't travel. Furman coming in. This is a get up spot. Furman's always tough in the SoCon here. So I'll take Elon. I think they get up, bounce back after that home loss, and then Furman, traveling off of the MTE, they lost, and now you're going up to Elon, who's fresh off a loss. Give me Elon plus 2.5.
Yeah, make sure you shop around. Elon plus 3.5 is available. I'm with you, Trevor. I like Elon here, no problem. Especially you think your cap is perfect. They didn't have to travel as much and as hard. And we've seen Furman definitely show up in these kind of spots here somewhat, I guess, as of recent after a tough start in the season. I think we kind of see that regression kind of come back in as they were playing like in the beginning of the season. Elon's got a high-octane offense, and I just don't think Furman's offense can keep up with it, although Elon's plays that kind of LA Fitness defense, so Furman definitely can keep up more so against Elon, but I think it's going to be too tough, especially with the travel like we've discussed. So give me the Phoenix rising up here against Furman.
Yeah, I like Elon here as well. Kind of interesting. Ken Palm's got this as a 1-point victory for Elon. So interesting that the line is minus 2.5 to Furman. I haven't been.
Don't tell Trevor that.
I haven't been as impressed.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold up there this week lately.
I haven't been as impressed with Furman as I thought I would be. But it's early in the season. I'm not going to jump to too big of conclusions yet. I think they're going to be just fine at home. However, I think that they might struggle a little bit on the road. Elon just dropped that tough home loss to Mercer there on Saturday. I think they bounce back and respond here with a win at home, and I'm getting plus 2.5, so I'll take that.
Yep, let's go.
Oh, same boat here. Southern Illinois is catching 10.5 at High Point, over under 159.5.
Ooh,
this game's fun.
Yeah, over. Right?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, both play with a pretty good pace here, and not a huge fan of Southern Illinois' defense. High Point at home, they're a wagon. Yeah, give me
I'm not overthinking it. Both teams run at absolute pace. I know High Point's been a wagon, so I like High Point still to cover this spread, just due to them having it just a little bit better on defense. But both of them running super fast. High Point at home, they won by 20 against Western Carolina, 11 on a neutral as of late, 10 on a neutral last time. And then they played Canisius 43-19 by Jacksonville, 26 on a neutral against Furman. They've been able to run teams out, but Southern Illinois is definitely one of their best competition that they've played. We saw them go up against competition against UAB, given that was a road game. So it's there's a caveat there. But I think High Point can still get this done. I'm going to go with the over, though, just based on the tempo alone. So.
Yeah, over nothing. Kind of lean High Point, but I think Southern Illinois will score a little bit. High Point, I like everything about them, but something just tells me this line's a little low. I feel like it might be for a reason, but I think Southern Illinois scores and High Point does their usual shit. So yeah, give me the over as well.
Yeah, I'll take the over here. Like I said, don't overthink it. Nagy's teams like to play fast. High Point also likes to play fast. I mean, we were on their team total over 89.5. That cashed with about 3.5, 4 minutes to go, I think, in the game. So a little sweat free winner on Saturday. I think this is, besides the interconference battle with Winthrop, this is the highest level opponent that High Point will have at home all year. So the place will be rocking. They're going to get up for this game. This is the biggest name that's coming in to play them on the true home court. So I think we see High Point respond really well and score a lot of points. And I think Southern Illinois will be able to just hang in there okay. But I agree. I think you could lay it with High Point as well. But I really like the over 159.5.
For sure. We're all agreement there. La Tech's catching 1.5 at Georgia Southern. Over under 143.5.
True home game.
Yeah, true home game. La Tech. Bet at home. They've played 2 road games. Nevada, they lost by 27. Indiana State, they lost by 9. Now you're going to Georgia Southern, who's they're staying home. Actually, they just played Houston Christian to an 18-point win. Now you got La Tech coming in here. I'll take Georgia Southern. I feel like this line's telling you that they're going to win. La Tech better at home than they are on the road. Georgia Southern stayed home, got that win, and now you got La Tech coming off of two home games, and then both road games they lost by 9 and 27. I want to see them actually put a good performance together on the road. Give me Georgia Southern on the money line.
Yeah, I like Georgia Southern here. They've been my darlings this season. They've been a fun one. I've enjoyed their roster. I was high on them on the preview as well. So I like Georgia Southern, and you got to shout out maybe they're over potentially. They know that they're able to run at pace, but I don't trust that with Louisiana Tech. I think that their tempo is going to disrupt the team out of Ruston and Tech, and Georgia Southern is kind of fun, and I enjoy their offense. It's going to be a good one here against La Tech. Give me Georgia Southern money line for sure.
Yep, I'll take Georgia Southern as well. Not sure I'm going to bet it. We've got, I think, 31 games at this 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. slate. So
yeah, it's a lot.
Be a little selective, possibly. I might end up going back and betting this, depending on what we go over here with the rest of the 20-some other games at this window. But I'll be on Georgia Southern. I think it's pretty telling that they're laying points here. And typical Clash of Styles, I always like these fun battles. I think at home, Georgia Southern will be able to get to their kind of style of play rather than what Louisiana Tech wants to do. I feel like La Tech is able to get that done at home, but this is on the road where I think Georgia Southern will be flying. So fly high Eagles. We'll go with Georgia Southern -1.5.
All agreement. Love it. Southern Miss catching 3 at Radford. Under 151.5.
Southern Miss has got some steam, bro. Win it 3 wins in a row. One of them's a D2, but at North Florida they win. Martin on the road they win. Radford hasn't really done too well. They haven't had a D1 opponent yet. I don't think.
Yeah, they beat Western Illinois.
Western Illinois at home by 5. That's Western Illinois, by the way, given it was the first game of the season. But I'll pick Radford at home. No bet. This one for sure. I'm not betting. Absolutely not.
Yeah, Radford's laying points for a reason. This team's beat Western Illinois. Otherwise, they beat West Virginia Wesleyan and Notre Dame, Maryland. Are their 2 wins? Southern Miss coming in here off the MTE. They've won 3 straight. On the road, Grambling State lost by 5. South Carolina, tight game, lost by 4 in overtime, and then Buffalo beat them by 6. I think this is a nice spot for Radford. You get a team who just won the MTEs coming in. You haven't won a D1 game since November 3rd. Now you're laying points at home. Give me Radford. They're gonna win this game by 7.
Yeah, they probably will. I don't want to find out with my money though. But yeah, good spot.
Yeah, I'll take Redford. I'll lay the points here. Southern Miss, terrible 3-point defending team. Bradford, they've really struggled from behind the arc. They found it a little bit. They're up over the last few games, but they shoot a shit ton of them. So I think the fact that they're at home against a team that doesn't defend the three well, I think they see a lot of threes go in tomorrow, and they run away from Southern Miss here. So I'll take Radford minus the 3.
Let's go. Austin Peay's catching 8.5 at Kent State, over under 156.5. Who wants to kick this one off?
Did you get Harvard, Massachusetts, or is that on there too?
Is that not in there? I know the slide is. Oh, there it is.
Oh, next one. Okay, sorry. Man, I know Kent State. They probably can dominate, but there's just no way that this is Kent State. We've seen Stolen Valor go into Kent State and do some horrible things back in the 70s. Now we got Stolen Valor going in on the road. First road spot. Austin Peay's defense could be disruptive. I don't foresee them losing. I'm not going to bet this right away. I think people will bet up on Kent State, but I will go ahead and harumph for the Governors.
We've got to protect our phony baloney job, gentlemen. We must do something about this immediately. Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph. Harumph.
You watch your ass.
Give the Governors a harumph. Let's go, Governors. I will wait to bet this and give them a harumph at the end of the show, though. This number could climb just a tad bit.
Yeah, I'll take Kent State. Stayed home. Haven't left. They've been home since November 18th. They're coming off a D2 win, and then they got Austin Peay. Then they have another D2. So no real look ahead. Look ahead here. Austin Peay on the road beat Air Force. Congrats. And then Greensboro. They've been horrible, but they won by 6. Otherwise, Wyoming, Ole Miss, Tulsa, all losses. I'll cut them some slack for 2 out of 3 of those, but. Yeah, you just beat Northern Illinois. You're feeling good. Now you're going to hit the road. Kent State's going to run it up and down on you and make you run to defend them. I think Austin Peay just kind of runs out of gas. I'll take Kent State. No bet.
Yeah, I will. I'll go with the over here. I think Austin Peay is kind of a sneaky team that likes to play with pace on the offensive side. We see what the Golden Flash do. They love to run up and down. So I think we'll see a lot of points here. I'm probably not going to bet this game, but if I were going to pick something, I would choose the over 156.5.
Hey, I didn't get a harumph out of that guy over there in Stooley.
Nope.
UMass is laying 4.5 against Harvard. Over unders 145.5. I think the total's gone down a bit, but the spread is the same. It looks like. Yeah, total's taken a huge shot down, all the way down to 141.5 on DraftKings. 4.5 still. I'll fade that line movement. I'll take the over randomly in this game. I think we see this just go into the 70s. I think they're banking on teams scoring in the 60s for the books, but with how fast UMass has been able to run, I think that they can force some turnovers, get out into transition, and be a problem for Harvard. But Harvard's been able to score at an efficient pace. I know that they run super slow, but they just went in a drag-out slugfest, 56-53. So I expect a little more offense from their end and somewhat of a bounce there. So I'll take the over, and I'll let it continue to drop down. It's already down almost to 140. It's juiced at 141.5. I think we're getting a disrespectful number here, where I think both teams are going to be in the 70s on this one. I'd rather take that than a side here, personally.
Yeah, I'll take Harvard. I know UMass finally got that win against Oregon State after the on Monday after that Green Bay Charleston loss. Now you're back home against Harvard. Harvard just played Bryant. That was a grind amounts nasty game. I mean, they were 6-19 from three, so it's not like they were 4 of 23, but they just didn't look great, but found a way to win. Last time they hit the road, they played Boston College, lost by 13. Penn State was a 4-point loss, and then beat Army Marist. They've been all right on the road. They're playing tough. I don't think UMass is that great. So give me Harvard catching the 4.5 here. Number one free throw shooting team and 17th, or 17th and not fouling and giving you free points at the line. UMass can't even shoot free throws anyway. I'll take the team that can shoot number one in the country from three and 37.5% from three. So give me Harvard 4.5. I think they get this one done on the road.
Yeah, the thing that scares me about them shooting the three is UMass is really good at defending the three. So that's the only thing I'll it kind of scares me about that. But I'm not, I backed Frank against Oregon State, came through for me. I'm not going to immediately go back to the well quite yet. I want to see a little bit more. I'll ride that over 141 with you, Huff, but I probably won't bet this, but I do like to see the points just with the style of play that UMass likes to play. And then you've kind of seen when they've, a few of their games that they've played earlier on the season, they've been up by kind of, 20-ish points, and then they kind of let people back in, like Lemoyne winning 94-80.
Excuse me.
77. So I think you see a similar kind of a game to that, maybe like that 80-70 range, 80-72 range, something like that. But so I like the over more so than taking a side. So I'm with you. I'll ride that over, but probably no bet.
Coach catching one at Upstate here, over under 145.5.
No.
Upstate's gonna win, aren't they?
What?
Upstate's gonna win, aren't they?
Upstate is for sure gonna win. This Upstate team is not even that bad, dude. I mean, they're laying a point for a reason. They went to Nebraska, only lost by 9. They fought against Wilmington, only losing by 13. We've seen Coastal Carolina take an improvement after last season's blunder, but it's been no problem for USC Upstate as well too. We've seen them take a massive jump. I like their offense. I think we're getting a laying a point for a reason, and I will continue going with that. I think I will end up betting USC Upstate on the money line here at home.
Yeah, I'm with you. This line stinks. They're at home. You got Coastal coming in off the Alabama win, which was a 7-point win at home. Alabama A&M at home. Last time they hit the road, Illinois State beat them by 52. Jacksonville State beat them by 8, and then Western Michigan beat them by 5. So hitting the road has not been they did beat Western Illinois by 20. So congratulations on that gigantic road dub. But they've struggled on the road all season. Now you got a USC Upstate team that's lost. What was that? 4 of their last 5? Yeah, 4 of their last 5. They're 1-win NC Central. I think it's a spot they bounce back. They're back home and excuse me, desperate to get a win. So give me Upstate money line.
Yeah, I will back Zion Williamson's home team squad and USC Upstate here as well. I just don't really like betting on this Coastal Carolina team. They've kind of screwed me quite a bit this year. I've bet against them several times, and they've proven me wrong. So I'm going to go back to the well, bet against them again. Like you said, Huff, I think, they've tested themselves pretty well. And I think at home, line's kind of telling that it's, favored to USC Upstate. I think this is similar to kind of that short. I was on Binghamton today as well, and that line kind of stink where it should have been probably like 5.5 or 6, and it was down to only 2.5 plus 2.5. So I think the line is just shrunk a little bit, showing that it favors the home team. So give me USC Upstate on the money line.
Yeah, Binghamton loved it.
Let's go. Next up, Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles, catching 6.5 at Western Michigan. Michigan's laying 6.5, was at a 153 total. Anybody got anything for this? Oh yeah, no Sacred Heart Mount St. Mary's. I didn't have a line for that either.
That Kentucky game was wild. That was a wild ending there.
UNC gets it done.
They are most likely going to get it done. Yeah.
Most likely, there's still 2.5 seconds, I guess. But
Yep. Yeah, they're probably going to get it done.
Which one did you have a line on?
Mount St. Mary's, Sacred Heart. I've got nothing in that game anyway. I'm not going to be betting it. I haven't really looked or seen anything from these teams at all this year, so I've got no insight on that at all.
Oh, I've been betting on Mount St. Mary's a lot this year, actually. I've had a few bets on Mount St. Mary's. They're always a team I randomly bet. They just had a home win against Howard, though. And they're probably going to be at home laying more points against the Sacred Heart team that kind of stinks.
They're not. Sacred Heart's laying points. Give me Mount St. Mary's money line, home dog.
I love it.
I'll probably bet it.
What's next? This one? Wow. Sacred Heart laying points. Interesting.
I know.
Mount St. Mary's kind of stinks. We'll take them on the home pride, but it is scary. I don't know if I'll bet it just because they just won at home against Howard.
First MAAC conference game. Where's Crutch when we need him?
Oh. All right. What's next?
Southern Illinois, Western Michigan. Western Michigan off the Valparaiso ass beating. Southern Indiana beat Valparaiso if you want to do the tranny properties. Won by 8. Western Michigan lost on the road by 29. I think a lot of people are going to see that and be like, oh, I'll take the points of Southern Indiana. But Western Michigan, just off of an absolute embarrassing loss. I think they bounced back at home. Southern Indiana, not really impressive. They've hit the road. South Dakota beat them by 15. They did beat Valparaiso, but Butler, Butler beat them by 30. I still have not been that impressed. Even home, they've not beaten a D1 team. They had VMI and lost. So I'll take Western Michigan. I think they bounce back after that just throttling they got an embarrassing loss. Give me the Broncos here.
The blue faithful are going to be absolutely Big Blue Nation. Woo! They're going to be pissed off. I'll tell you, they are not going to be happy.
Pope on the hot seat.
I mean, as much as no, but yes, paid a lot of money for that roster too.
Yeah. Or is North Carolina just that much better this year? But Kentucky hasn't looked great.
Yeah, they're better, but Kentucky still has looked like shit and hasn't really performed well in these big games at all. Yeah. Pope's gonna. Oh man. Cut the
press
shtick,
conference will be interesting.
Yeah, cut the shtick though. But anyway,
ACC's up 6-3 in this challenge.
Yep, ACC don't sleep. I'll take Southern Indiana with the points. No bets. I'll go with the property.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bet this game. I don't want any hard-earned money on either Southern Indiana or Western Michigan. Western Michigan, though, they've kind of been decent at home, besides dropping that D2 loss to Northwood. But they took care of business against Purdue Fort Wayne by 12, and then Mount St. Mary's by 23. I'll lay it, no bet.
All right. Next, Presbyterians catching 5.5 at Wofford, over under 139.5.
Wofford probably should mess them up, I think.
Wofford did lose to Presbyterian on the road last year also.
Yeah, I feel like now that Wofford's at home, we've seen Wofford take a massive jump on offense. The only thing about laying points with them is their defense allows a good amount of points scored, but Presbyterian's offense super slow. They've been sluggish. They also have won 2 games in a row. I think we see Wofford at home with the lay down here and and beat up on the Blue Hose just a tad bit. So I don't know if it's the right number for me to rush and bet it right now, but I could be about it. I think Wofford gets it done for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. Presbyterian, they beat Citadel. Other than that, their wins are Georgia State, then East Tennessee State. I haven't been impressive. Wofford figuring it out. Went on the road to Northern Kentucky, came back home, beat Eastern Kentucky. I mean, it's not like their schedule, their wins are great or anything either. But Presbyterian on the road, this team's never really had a lot of success. I know we were a little bit higher on them this year, but I just think this is a spot. They're going from a neutral to Wofford. Wofford coming home. On Saturday they were gone for about a week, so I think they're excited to be home. I'll lay the 5.5 with Wofford, but no bet.
Can I interest you in a little Spartan parlay with USC Upstate and Wofford? I'll probably
Ooh.
maybe play that little Spartanburg local colleges get it done.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll be on Wofford here as well. Presbyterian, they just came off the 28-point win against Citadel on that neutral. I think they're feeling themselves after blowing a team out. I know they just came back from the LA trip where they kind of got ran through by a few of those teams, California and UCLA. Kept it competitive against Sac State. That was a good game. But I think Wofford's just the better team here. I'll lay it with Wofford, but I might do a little 2-team money line Spartanburg parlay for fun. So Wofford money line, USC Upstate money line.
There it is.
A little anchor and a little stab. I like it.
Drexel's catching 4 at American, over under 139.5. Oh shit! I didn't even realize the time. I will be back. I'll take I'll take Drexel. Low scoring game. I think their defense is going to be able to keep them in this game. Low total plays more to Drexel's style, in my opinion. I know Americans at home, but laying 2 possessions, no thank you. I'll take Drexel. Probably will not bet this, but I will return. You guys are in good hands. I will be back. Best of luck.
Yeah, I like Drexel here as well. We've seen American. They just had a 92-66 win against Longwood, and now they're still staying at home here in Washington, D.C. off of the MTE. But, Drexel, not my favorite team. I just think it's tough for me to lay points against a Drexel team that's going to minimize possessions here, especially against an American team that probably won't have as many possessions to run away. I'll take Drexel plus the points. I'm not betting this for sure. I know that.
Yeah, I don't want to bet this either. Seems like a lot of points though. In American, it's kind of a weird deal because they've got they were just off back-to-back games. I mean, they played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're at their own home MTE, a couple of days off, and now they're playing at home again against Drexel. I kind of wanted to look at the under with how slow Drexel plays, and maybe American will play to that slow pace. Sometimes it seems like they like to slow it down, especially after an offensive outburst against Longwood that they just had on Sunday. Give me the under, no bet.
All right. Oh my gosh. Detroit Mercy's laying 4.5 against IU Indy. Detroit won. Both teams won their games. IU Indy was not on the road, though. They have not been able to do too well on the road since their Eastern Michigan game. Now Detroit back at home against IU Indy. I'll lay it with Detroit. Probably not going to bet this one as much just because on principle of my love for IU Indy. But, 179.5. Good. I mean, these books are just like, yeah, that's IU Indy's playing. It'll be 180. It'll be 180. Let's make it 180. Man, it's just tough for me to lay points with Detroit. But I feel like this is their spot here coming back home. especially against an IUND team that, although they press, they do not play defense at all and allow a lot of points. And this is Detroit's chance to score a good amount of points. IUND fouls a decent amount also, and I think that could be an issue. So yeah, give me Detroit. Probably no bet though.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Detroit. No bet. Horizon League conference opener for both of these teams. Detroit at home. I think they win and get it done to open up the Horizon League 1-0, and they will have a winning record in the Horizon for not very long, I would assume. But I think this is one of their spots to get a conference win, and I think they do it here against IUND at home.
Let's go. Yeah, Air Force scored 100 against IUPUI. Exactly, Hasty. UNC Wilmington's laying 9.5 against Marshall. We are. Man, I love Marshall, but we know UNC Wilmington's going to go ahead and just randomly cover this game after it being somewhat competitive. But Marshall just lost to Lipscomb at home. I feel like this is a bounce back spot for them on the road. This is a tough game for UNC Wilmington after they've covered just now like 3 games in a row. Tough for me to go against this Toyota Citadel and this UNC Wilmington team, especially at home. I'll take Marshall plus the points. I think this is their spot to bounce back after their ass kicking at home. And
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Virgil. Yeah, I saw that. That movie's boring as hell too. And Elliot will appreciate this one. Wichita State plane crash as well. No one talks about that. About the same year as the Marshall crash, but Matthew McConaughey sensationalized it. So,
yep, and
no
that's
disrespect. Just awful.
why we still don't have a football team because of that. That was 1970, I believe, was the plane crash for Wichita State. Not sure when the Marshall one was, but yeah, definitely unfortunate. Would have been fun growing up to have Wichita State have a football program and just be 20 minutes away from a D1 football school. That'd been kind of fun. Yeah, this one's tough. I love UNC Wilmington. They've been an absolute wagon here at home. You know, I mean, their closest game at home was USC Upstate by 13. Otherwise, they've just been kind of routing people at home, and decent competition at that, you know, with Navy. And I mean, I guess you could say Navy, but I think this is a little bit more of a step up comparative. And I like Marshall to keep it close just after getting embarrassed by Lipscomb, like you said. I hate backing Marshall on the road, though. That's my only thing. But they looked pretty good in the first 2 games on the road to start out the season. UNC Wilmington wins, but Marshall covers this number. Give me Marshall plus the 9.5.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. If I can guess what's next. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I didn't think this was the one. Hampton is playing Loyola, Maryland. Over under is 141.5.
That was the other one.
Is there a line on this one?
Yeah, I've got Hampton laying 5.5. The over under is 140.5. I'll type that up real quick just to get a little visual for people if they need it.
Loyola's, they've won 2 in a row. Coppin State's 95. Hampton, you know, they haven't had a D1 home game yet. All their D1 games have been on the road or a neutral. So I think that this is a good spot for them, and I'll back Hampton. Probably not going to bet it, though, just because I enjoy this Loyola Maryland team. I've randomly watched them. They've been on couple of my TVs actually this year. So, but Hampton, Give me Hampton. They're a good team. They're a good team. Are we sparring here?
No, I'm on Hampton.
You're betting this? Oh, okay.
It's like you said, first D1 game. I like backing these teams coming in on their first D1 game. Hampton's looked fairly competitive throughout the year against Boston College, kept it close. Milwaukee, Virginia, they did get blown out, but that is Virginia. Loyola Maryland, on the other hand, I think, got blown out by Kentucky. But other than that, they've played kind of bottom tier teams. I watched them a couple times at that Fairfield MTE. Looked fairly impressive, beating Stonehill there. But I like Hampton in their first D1 home opener. Give me the 5.5. Lay it. Not sure if I'll actually bet it though, just because I'll wait on it. I'll see. Like I said, there's 30 some games. I'm going to be kind of selective or somewhat selective and not load myself with 15 or 20 bets in the 6 p.m. window.
Yeah, it's very possible I'm going to be doing that, and did it today. 28 bets today total for me. It was a lot for Super Tuesday, but cherish it. Yeah, no bet. Come on, get out of here. No bet. Oh, yeah. IU is laying 10.5 against Minnesota. The over-under is 141.5. Tough for me to lay points with the Hoosiers on the road. I know that they've picked up the pace here, and that's a reason that kind of scares me. But I think that this number is just a little too low on the total. I like the over here. I think IU, if they think that they can lay 10.5, they expect IU to be able to score a good amount of points. They're very efficient. This is their first true road game. I'm not saying Minnesota brings the best crowd, but they also can go crazy. Barnes kind of a tough place. You got that elevated floor. Never a fun spot. They got Louisville back in Indianapolis up here on the road, but this is their first Big Ten game. No chance to look ahead. We've owned Minnesota. Minnesota hasn't had a decent showing. They went out west and got absolutely crammed the last 3 games, and they've only played absolutely mediocre teams at home. So I expect them to kind of get up for this game. But I'm not going to fade my Hoosiers. I'll just go ahead and root for some buckets, and let's hope that IU gets close to scoring 80 and we get over this 141.5 total as well too, which I believe Rhythm kind of likes it as well.
Yeah, I'll be on Minnesota here plus the points. I just feel like it's too many points, double digits at home. I really like it's almost kind of an auto bet for me. When I get a somewhat decent team that is laying over double digits at home, I just like backing that. I feel like they can be somewhat competitive at home and keep this game close. I think Big Ten play, these players are going to be ready to play this game on both sides. But like you said, IU, first true road game, they'll get a test. We'll see how they respond. They're going to hit some adversity here in the barn. So, yeah, I'll back Minnesota plus the points. I think Indiana wins, but I think it's a single-digit win. I don't think they're going to.
Oh, yeah, I'll be waiting for that live. I'll be waiting for that live money line look on IU for sure. But, yeah, I like that over. For sure. And I don't blame you there. It's a lot of points. Let's see. Oh.
And I was just kind of thinking, it was funny because I went against my cap today. I went against that, backing Purdue on the road, laying double digits. But Rutgers is a team that I'm looking to just auto fade. So they're not very good. So
yeah, they stink.
Went against myself on that one, but generally, I like to back the team, the double digit dog that's at home.
Rutgers for sure stinks, and that was a funny line movement. College basketball is absolutely hilarious. You could have gotten 17, 16, 15, 14, 13 with Purdue, and it didn't matter what time you logged in. It did. but it was all over the place. It was not linear whatsoever. I'll tell you who else stinks. IPFW. Sorry, Fort Wayne. I love you, Powers Hamburgers. It's one of the best sliders in the world. But I love Greg Campy as well. I think they absolutely win by 10 to 12 here or more. And I don't know why we get a low number. Books have been respecting IPFW. And I'm sorry, they're not good. The rebrand has been better for the team down in Indy. IPFW's defense has been horrible. They just won 2 in a row though against Chicago State, but they were letting Chicago State kind of win that game for about 28 minutes, 30 minutes almost. I expect IPFW's offense to be solid, but Oakland at home, get out of here. IPFW's defense has no chance. Oakland will expose them a little bit. Give me Oakland at home.
Yeah, I like Oakland here, but I also like the over. You just kind of mentioned it, kind of how I was going to cap it. IPFW, the only thing that they've kind of got going for them this year is a decent offense. They can't guard anything, and we've seen Oakland's defense, isn't much to bat an eye about either.
Yep.
Both of these teams in effective field goal percentage on defense, 350 for Oakland and 365 for IPFW. And they both play Oakland plays a little bit, slower. IPFW maybe a little bit more pace. So I don't mind that over, but I think I'd just rather back Greg Campy here at home. They win by 10 or more to open conference play. They've had a tough non-conference, starting out 3-5. They've got it rolling here. At that Montana, MTE, and Missoula took care of business against Lamar and Montana. I think they keep the momentum going, and they open up Horizon League play with a solid victory for one of the front runners in this conference this year.
Tell you another team that's not very good either. Cleveland State, 10.5. No way. Northern Kentucky's really stepped it up defensively. They are juggernauts, and now they got their first Horizon game at home against a Cleveland State defense that is just really awful. And Northern Kentucky, they've been able to score a lot of points as compared to in their teams in their past years. Been able to score almost 90 every game outside of the Boston game of 74. But they've been able to win these games pretty easily. Their 4th straight home game, so it could be a tad sleepy spot, but I don't think they have a chance to be sleepy with a conference game here. No way I'm backing this Cleveland State team that has just given everybody almost 100 points for free and hasn't been competitive at all whatsoever. So, yeah, give me the Norse here at home.
Yeah, Cleveland State is terrible. I just got absolutely killed by backing Northern Kentucky in this last game. God damn.
Against Boston?
Yeah. I was trying to. No, they won. What was I talking about? They were laying 5.5. They were down.
They won by 9.
Yeah, they were down at half and ended up pulling away. So, man, I don't know what I was thinking.
You weren't thinking at all.
No, I clearly was not. Yeah, I mean, is this another game? I mean, on these Horizon games, are we just seeing for points kind of a deal? Kind of what we typically see. I mean, Northern Kentucky, I know they're going to be able to get whatever the hell they want because Cleveland State's defense is just absolutely awful. But Cleveland State does score it pretty decent. And I haven't been too impressed with Northern Kentucky's defense. I mean, they're better. Yeah, give me the points with Cleveland State. Nah, I'll lay it with Northern Kentucky. No bet. Clearly one of those games I just need to stay off of because I can't make my mind up.
I'm betting it for sure. Good God. Ohio's laying 10.5 against Maine. The over-under is 139.5.
Maine keeps all these damn games close, man.
I know.
It's kind of impressive, to be honest. I mean, their biggest loss was George Washington by 20. And then they've 0-9 to start, but lost by 11, 12, 6, 7, 5, 13, 4, 4.
You said it, not me. I'm not buying into the soup. This feels like a spot. This is an Ohio spot here. You're laying 10.5 points. You haven't shown up once yet, but the books have just kind of respected Ohio, and Maine hasn't been able to run away. I'll take Maine plus the points, no bets. Ohio's just not very good this year. No bet.
Yeah, I'll be on. Did you lay it with Ohio? He said.
Oh no! I took Maine with the points, no bet. I'm not falling in. I'm not eating soup. That's some thick, hearty soup there that I'm not dealing with on the betting slate tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I'll spar you here. I think that this number's kind of telling that Ohio's gonna roll them here, but I'm not betting this. I don't trust Ohio to lay in double digits, but I'll spar you just for fun.
Okay. Yay. Lamar's laying 9.5 against UL Lafayette. Dude, really?
UL Lafayette's terrible. I mean,
yeah. Let's lay it.
They just lost to Jackson State.
8.5 available on BetMGM and Caesars. By the way, they want you. They want your juice. They want you the numbers. Lay it. Yeah, Lafayette's horrible. You're right. I think that's the cap. Just lay it.
I mean, they already. I don't know who. I guess Monroe's probably worse than Lafayette, huh?
Be close. Monroe's down. I think I'd go Monroe. I think Lafayette's bad.
Yeah, what the fuck? This total is so low. It's almost like a disgustingly low one that you want.
They know it's over. They know Lafayette ain't scoring more than 55 points. They know it. Lamar, lay it.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, baby. Come on.
This makes me want to just bet the under just for fun. But I'm not doing this. It's kind of a hard. I mean, with this low of a total, we always say this low of a total, hard to lay double digits. But yeah, lay it with Lamar. I just don't think this Lafayette team's very
good. Spoiled gumbo for the Raging Cajuns. Oh God, good God. This is a game I'm not betting either. I'll tell you that right now. But I'll go ahead and give a cap here.
These are the fun ones, man. These are the ones I just for some.
I like betting these games. Don't you worry. But this one,
I love digging into them and trying to find an angle and then laying a bet. And just when it cashes, it makes me feel. These are those plays that makes me feel really, really good when you get the cap right on one of these disgusting games that is going to have like zero money on. You bet $10 and you move the line like 3 points.
Yep. Who the hell? I mean, let's be honest here, man. On this one, let's be real here. I've bet some disgusting games. I had 28 bets today. I'm gonna have more bets tomorrow, probably around that number. Already some gross ones. This one I'm gonna have some discipline on. Who is Dartmouth to be laying this many points? I know New Hampshire is ass, so I will not bet it. But New Hampshire just got up on the road against Fairfield, only lost by 4. So can they do that twice in a row against a high-powered kind of offensive Dartmouth? They run fast. They can rebound. They got some size, defend the 3 well. I'll take the under 70.5 New Hampshire team total. Out.
You pivoted real quick.
Who's Dartmouth that'll be laying that many points though?
Yeah, I know. I'll lay it though with Dartmouth. I think New Hampshire is terrible. Their defense is not good. Their offense is even worse. So I don't mind really that team total under the 70. It just kind of scares me the fact that Dartmouth's going to play with a lot of pace, so you're going to get more possessions for New Hampshire team. Still think it probably gets there, but I'll lay it with Dartmouth here at home. I think that they haven't had a home win yet. I think they look to run it up on a kind of a piss poor New Hampshire team who did play their hearts out against Fairfield, led at the half, and then lost it there down the stretch. So I think Dartmouth wins, but no bet.
Yeah, up and down day. Incredible Hawk started off slow, but barely profit.
Yep, I am. After that Oregon loss, I think. Let me look and see. Barely profitable, 15-13 on the day.
We literally had the same. We had the same record, Elliot, today.
But it's it's one of those when you start out 12-4 hoping for a good day, and then
Ooh, I didn't see that.
what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you lose your last 5, and you lose your last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've been there.
You
Been there
lose-
for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like you and I both, like when we're leading, like when we're like 12-4, we know like a 5-loss streak's inbound lately.
Yep.
But
Started out good, started out hot, was
been green.
12-4, and then
All tracked on the picks page too. Incredible Hawk, all tracked there, and then it's got history. So, but yeah, 15-13 for me as well. Just a slight bit of profit after losing 0.04 units yesterday. So we're moving up again in the green for December, but a lot of season. I was in the red last November 2 years in a row. So, hey, we win, we lose, but we had a good November. We'll continue riding high. Motherfuckers, let's go. Columbia laying a point and a half against Hofstra. Oh, Hofstra, they're one of the best basketball teams in the world as of late. They've been dominating. They went to that. What was that? It was whose MTE was it? It was Penn's and the Palestra. Yeah, they played pretty good. They win the Merrimack. They beat LaSalle. They beat Penn. Now you got Columbia laying points at home. I think this is going to be a solid game. And Columbia, one of the better non-conference teams. They were fun last year. Now they're laying points against a Hofstra team that has been kind of unstoppable defensively. They're solid, but I don't think they'll have an answer for this Columbia team that's been scoring really efficiently. And this is Columbia's like one of their toughest games that they've played this season coming up. Yeah, Connecticut, of course, on the road, UConn. But with everything else at home and on the road, they've kind of played down to their, they played down to competition outside of Boston. So I think this is a big game for Columbia. They're ready to go for it. They've had it circled. We're going to see Hofstra come out a little sluggish after their dominant performance in the Palestra. Give me Columbia money line. I will bet it. Battling?
I battled you against Hofstra, against Penn, and I kind of I kind of want to battle you here as well with Hofstra. I just think the defense here is going to play key. We saw it with Penn. Penn, they shoot a lot of threes, shoot it at a pretty high clip as well. And Hofstra was able to kind of shut them down. I think we see kind of a similar deal here where Hofstra's able to D-up defensively and cause issues with the Columbia offense, who's very potent, but I think they can kind of keep them at bay. So give me Hofstra plus the points. I will battle you.
All right. Let's go. Let's go Lions. Rawr. I'm going to bet it on MGM. I'm going to bet it on the Lion. Bet Columbia on BetMGM. Lions. Lions and Tigers and Bears. Hofstra's lame.
The Pride versus the Lion.
Oh my gosh. Navy's laying 12.5 against Delaware State. I'm not betting this one. Navy, though, just got absolutely embarrassed as of recent. They lost to Sela, no-showed offense. Now they're laying this many points. No. Nope. I'll take Delaware State plus the points. They're ass, though. No bet. Not betting it. Think Navy bounces back?
Oh, man. I mean, Delaware State, man. Whew. They are not very good. Navy really struggled besides they struggled against everybody besides Gardner Webb. That's pretty key there. But, you look at these very inferior teams to Navy, beat NJIT by 16, Gardner Webb by 33. I know it's on the road. I'll lay it with Navy. Bounce back, kind of a get-right spot. Delaware State still defeated in D1 games. And they might not have a chance here up until maybe, Coppin State possibly at home. So I'll be on Navy, but no bet for me. I'll lay off of laying a 12.5 number. This is kind of the same line as that NJIT game, which then got bet up to 16.5, and Navy only won by 16. So if you do like Navy, go ahead and bet it now because it might rise and do that same thing. I could see something similar happening in this spot here.
Me as well. So in the month of December now, 18 and 16 plus 0.38 units to start the month. We'll get there. Still, though, a little bit above 28 units now on the year. And I will not be having Delaware State Navy on my card to figure out if I'm contributing to that or losing to that. This one's kind of fun. Can I talk you into a gross one here? Or maybe not even be talked into it potentially? Seton Hall, yes, they're coming home from Hawaii, but they've had time. They've had time to cure the jet lag. Central Connecticut State, they've been drilling teams on the road. I know Trevor's going to be betting Central Connecticut State, but I think this Hawaii trip was the best thing for Seton Hall. Now you have a team like Central Connecticut State who has won against a D1 opponent in Rutgers, another New Jersey team. Now you have Seton Hall being able to step it up. I'm not going to lay that many points with Seton Hall, but I expect their defense to kind of clamp here against Central Connecticut, whose offense has been solid. I will unfortunately be lame and fade the smoke here. I think Seton Hall's defense just absolutely clamps against this Central Connecticut team. I know Trevor's betting it. He's betting it on the money line most likely. I will go with the team total under for Central Connecticut. I think Seton Hall absolutely comes up in high fashion on defense against these Central Con State Blue Devils.
Yep, I love that bet, Huff. I think I can already see the chat is definitely going to be on the real Blue Devils. Looks like Crutch plus 1,200 on the money line. Hasty's on it. The Juice is on it. Jerry's on it. So everybody's going to be on these Blue Devils, but I really like that team total underplay, especially with the fact that you look at Central Connecticut just off of 108 against Sacred Heart in that overtime win, and then they just dropped 122 against Johnson and Wales. So they're feeling themselves. So fade the team that has scored 100 in back-to-back games and now put team total under. I like that.
I'll be a heel here. Fade the chat. Not fading the chat. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah, let's go. We'll battle the chat. Let's go. Come on.
No, yeah, but
I can still win 58 to 45.
Honestly, I mean, I'm taking the points. Seton Hall also, on Saturday they come into Manhattan, come into K-State. So Maybe a little look ahead spot as well too. Going into a Big 12 true road game, first true road game for them on the season, I believe. Yes. So I think it's too many points as well, but I do like the team total under angle. What is that? Is it 50 something?
58.5. Right?
Yeah, I like that, and I honestly think this plus 16.5 hits too. I think you see like
Holland ain't gonna score 80.
no, I think you see like a 60-48 game or like a 60-70 or like a 65-52 game, something like that. So I don't mind the full game under really either at that with Seton Hall kind of. I know they've, like you said, they've had some time to shake the cobwebs off and return from Maui, but they might start out a little slow. So I'll ride the team total under with you, and I'm also going to take the Real Blue Devils plus the 16.5. I'll probably
Queens is laying 13 against Gardner Webb. Over unders 162.5. Gardner Webb is freaking awful, and now Queens has a chance to kind of beat up on an interstate team. No pride for Gardner Webb. Queens lost 2 in a row. They've had a tough road spot. Haven't played at home since November 20th. Now they get to come back home. And this is a beat-up squad in Gardner Webb. So give me a Queens minus 12.5 is available. So I'm taking Queens minus 12.5.
Yep. It's been very profitable for me to fade Gardner Webb. I've been fading them basically all year. I was just trying to look up and see what they have done. I don't know if I've lost when I've faded them. I think maybe the only one that they've covered was the Elon game. I know I got lucky on that Sela game. Sela was laying 7.5, ended up winning by 8. But UNC Wilmington blew them away. That was off that Wilmington MTE. Now they go on the road again to Queens. Queens, on the other hand, have had kind of a tough go about there on the road, losing to Furman and losing to Virginia. They took care of business against both Sacred Heart and UNC Greensboro at home. I expect them to lay it on Gardner Webb here, so I will take the Queens minus the 12.5 with Huff. I'll just continue to auto fade Gardner Webb until proven otherwise. I know it didn't work out for me auto fading Loyola Chicago tonight, but I'm not gonna hop off of the train that has gotten me here so far. So I will be fading Gardner Webb and laying it with Queens.
Let's go here.
Damn, and look at this little stat. 63 straight Seton Hall first half games have went over 63.5, and the 63.5 is a plus 100. That's a pretty interesting stat, Dusty.
Interesting. All right. Elliot, James Madison's laying 15.5 against NC Central. Over-under is 151.5. Fugazi no cover by JMU last time. Where are you going here to start off with?
I think James Madison, they're a little bit more worried about the football team right now rather than their basketball program. Give me Lavelle Moten here and the points. I think it's too many points. James Madison wins by 12.
I'll lay it. No bet. Bounce back. But, yeah, I like that angle. Give me the points. No bet. Akron's laying 20.5 against Bucknell. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm addicted to being pained by Bucknell.
You going in for it again?
Hell no. Give me Akron at home. They are freaking wagons. I'm not betting. I've bet on Akron against Milwaukee, bet on Akron. I did bet on the over in Yale, so I feel like I've been right about Akron. Bet on them against Iona. It's a lot of points. play with some pride for once, Bucknell, but they just can't. They get outmatched. Akron's going to outmatch them. Lay it. Give me Akron.
Yeah, I will. I kind of want to just auto bet the over here. Seems like Akron and overs tend to hit at a pretty good pace, especially with Akron. They don't really necessarily play that well at defense, but it kind of scares me to back a Bucknell team to score even 65 points to hit this over. So yeah, I will. I'll go with Akron. I'll lay it. Huge ass number. So probably not going to bet it just because it's in the 20s and we've got several other games at this window. So no bet for me on the Zips, but I'll back them. I'll pick them at the minus 20.5. And then Cornell headed to Towson. Cornell is getting 5.5. And I was just going to look up. Cornell is fresh off of the loss today against George Mason. Now they play back-to-back days, back-to-back spot for them. Heading down from, I guess, George Mason, Fairfax, Virginia, over to Maryland, probably pretty close, I would assume.
Yeah.
But a back-to-back spot. Now they got to face another feisty defense after just getting their ass beat by George Mason today and getting kind of beat up. What do you think, Huff?
Yeah, I want Cornell to bounce back. I think it's a possibility. That's a really high total for a Towson defense. So they're not trying to. Maybe they're thinking Cornell can bounce back a tad here. They did allow George Mason did score 99 points here, so I'm going to stay off of a total just due to the volatility there. But I'm not going to be afraid to lay it with Towson. That's two tough back-to-back teams. Now you're having a defensive team, and it's tough for me to go against Cornell, but that's just a really tough spot for them. Now you're going against Towson, who's just one of the better formidable defenses, and I think they're going to be an issue yet again for Cornell. We saw Cornell run out of gas. George Mason was able to run at pace with them, and that's what happens when a defense kind of swarm and clamp. They force those up-tempo teams to run out of gas, which I think we're going to see a similar situation tomorrow. I'll take Towson at home.
Yeah, I kind of want. I'll take Towson as well, but I kind of want to maybe do a little nasty underplay here. I feel like Cornell going to be, running on some tired legs after facing a tough George Mason defense. And now you get a Towson team who is going to just play at a super, super slow pace on offense and just kind of clear out for Tyler Tejada or run it down and, spend about 20 plus seconds on the game clock every single offensive possession. So you're going to limit the possessions of Cornell. So if they're, off a little bit from the three and Towson can make it tough for them, I don't mind that under, especially the fact that we like them to cover. I think, that would tend to think that the under is going to hit just because that's the style of play. But I'll just lay it with Towson here, minus the 5.5. I think it's a good spot for Towson, but I don't mind that under 151.5 as well.
All right, cool. West Virginia's laying 31.5 against Coppin State. West Virginia just beat the living crap out of Mercyhurst. They put
all right, beat him, I bet.
They put him in the Hearst. Yeah, same here. Whatever though. They can't do it two times in a row. I'll take Coppin State plus 31.5. No bets. Coppin State's better this year. No bet. No bet. No bet.
Yeah. They're one team better this year. They're 364 out of 365 this year. Yeah, I'm not betting this. I will take the points in Coppin State. I'm not gonna lay it here. West Virginia's got Wake Forest on the road or semi-home, semi-road game.
Yep. Can't do it twice. Oh, this one's a fun one. Louisville Arkansas, Louisville playing two tough neutral site game, or this is a true home game for Arkansas, I believe. And right,
Looking, it is true home game, Bud Walton Arena.
perfect. Now you got Louisville going into Fayetteville. This Arkansas off a loss. They were somewhat competitive against Duke on that neutral. They haven't been able to find a good win non-conference wise yet, and I think that's what they're searching for. Tough for me to fade Louisville though. Louisville's got. I'd rather them win because they play IU on Saturday, so I don't want to see. I don't want to see them lose going into to play IU. So, man, this just feels like Arkansas is going to be able to get up for this one, though. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm actually going to dive into this over as well. I think we see a good amount of points on both sides. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go with the over on this one versus a side, and I'm going to be rooting for Arkansas. If I had to pick a side, I'd take that Arkansas pick at home, but I think we just see a lot of points. We've seen Cal all offense. We've seen Pat Kelsey all offense. So I think we double that up here, and then it's a more of a tighter matchup on the neutral here in Indianapolis on Saturday for Louisville IU. Hogs going to be desperate.
Yeah, I don't mind that over. I'll be on Arkansas plus the points. Home dog, Louisville, first true road game. You saw a few teams in their first true road game win tonight. Miami, one of them that I can think of, but I just think that Arkansas is the play here. Personally, I think that like you said, they've lost to Michigan State and Duke. They're really searching for that good non-conference win. They've got a few coming up. They've got Texas Tech and Houston on a neutral before they start SEC play. SEC, man, they've got to get a couple wins in this SEC ACC big challenge. This challenge, just like Ken said in the chat, SEC needs a win. Give me Arkansas plus the points. I don't mind that over 163.5 either. Both teams going to run up and down. I see it in the 80s. You look at that Arkansas Winthrop game, finished 84-83. I'd see mid 80s for both of these. Right. So I don't mind that over at all either.
Yeah, but pace is solid. Cup of Joe, Louisville, almost top 10 in possession length, and then Arkansas runs in a top quartile as well, 25th in the country. So yeah, pace tomorrow for that one. FIU, okay. FIU's laying or catching a point at home against Florida Gulf Coast. Man, I like FIU at home, but FGCU's just a tad better, man. I think they're better. I know that offense is so fugazi, and that home court is so fugazi as well. But FIU, a week off, they just had a big win against Omaha. They played good on both sides of the ball. FGCU off a tough loss, a week off as well. OT at home against Kennesaw. I think FGCU is better. I will take FGCU on the road here.
Yeah, this is a fun little matchup. I will. I'll back FIU at home. I'm trying to see if I want to just bet the over instead. That might be the better angle. Florida Gulf Coast off that crazy overtime loss. They played 2 overtime games in a row. They're over the MTE. They've had a week off now. Give me the over 152.5. The FGCU overs have been kind to me, so I think they score a lot here, and I think FIU likes to run up and down, and they play with pace as well. So I think we see a decently high scoring game. Give me the over 152.5.
And we're missing a Stephen F. Austin versus UTRGV. Grande Valley's catching 6.5 against Stephen F. Austin. You guys got anything in that one?
No, I'll take Stephen F. at home. No bet.
Yeah, Stephen F.A. off a loss too to UT Arlington. I'll lay it as well. Stephen F.A.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Good old classic Southland opener. Give me SFA, but man, UTRGV is pretty good. Watch out for them this year. I think they're going to be pretty competitive there in the Southland. I know that their record doesn't show it being 2-4, but when they start playing these teams kind of on their level, I think that they're going to be able to get it done. But I like this SFA squad. They just lost that tough one to UT Arlington. Shout out Rhythm play UTA money line against that SFA on Saturday. I think they bounce back here at home. You said 6.5?
Yep. Boston College is catching 7.5, 8.5 at home now. LSU, first true road spot. I know they've been drilling teams. This LSU team stepped it up. I've really enjoyed them. This is Boston College. I don't want to fall into it, but first true road spot going into Chestnut Hill. There's always some random crap that can happen. You never know. But putting my hard-earned cheddar on Boston College, I need to be it takes a lot for me there personally. I feel like they could be really competitive, and then they give out. But I'll take BC plus the points at home. I see 8.5 as well. They're so freaking bad, Mac J. I agree. They're so bad. Probably not going to bet this one though, but I think LSU first true home road spot could be a little tough, but it's Boston College. What am I doing?
Yeah, not all first true road games are created equal. Iowa going into Michigan State and shit. LSU going to Boston College. Give me LSU. They're going to have the size advantage, length, athleticism. This team is good. I know it's the first road game, but Boston College is hot trash. We've seen them drop games to Dartmouth and Mercyhurst or whoever it was this year at home. They definitely dropped these. I think we're getting a short number because it is LSU on the road, but I'm not really too worried about it. I think they win this game by 13, 14 points. So give me LSU minus the 7.5.
Yeah, I'll lay it with LSU here. Not quite sure if I'll actually get around to betting this game because it just kind of scares me being the first road game. But sure as hell, not back in BC. They haven't showed me anything to want to back them. I think LSU would be the play if anything. But this line just seems a little weird.
You guys are talking me into Boston College now. I am going to wait to bet it though. Let this number collapse.
For sure, I would definitely wait to bet it.
The Juice is saying the BC crowd will be silenced quick. There will not be a crowd there.
No, that one lady will be there, and the guy will be showing his Kroger Plus card or Costco card to her or whatever. Great meme. That was at Boston College. Alabama's laying 10.5 against Clemson. Over-unders 165.5. Trevor, I'm sure you talked about this one on the Kerm show. What did you have to say on that show?
I like Clemson. Alabama coming off the MTE where they drilled Maryland and UNLV. Brunell's a really good coach. He's been in this position before. I know it's a different roster, but he's proven himself to be a great coach. Nate Oates and this Alabama team, all they want to do is run. Defense is optional. They don't really have much size down low. I think Clemson hangs in this game, and I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they won. Alabama just plays a ton of possessions, and when their shots don't fall, their defense doesn't help them out to get stops and get them back on track usually. So I know it's going to be a fast-paced game, and it's in Tuscaloosa, but I think Clemson is going to be right in this game, and I think they're live to win it, to be honest. So I'll be on Clemson. I'm just going to wait and see what happens with this number. I'm hoping I can get a little bit bigger of a number. Perfect. Let it go up. Let it go up.
I'm with you. I'll take Clemson with the points. I am worried about their offense not being able to show up, but I like the over. But I'm going to go with the spread just based on Clemson being able to score points in a good amount. With that high of a spread, that total as well, they're telling me Alabama's going to win like what 90 to 80, something like that. No way. Clemson's going to be able to keep it somewhat competitive. LA Fitness ball tomorrow, even at home. Give me Clemson for sure.
Yeah, I will. I'll be on Clemson plus the points as well. I think Clemson is just a little bit inferior type of a team as Purdue in terms of style of play. They kind of play that similar style, and so the fact that it was successful against Alabama there at Alabama with Purdue, I think that Clemson will be able to kind of replicate that a little bit. Definitely not as talented, obviously, as that Purdue squad. They don't have the veteran guard play or the guy up front in TKR, but I do think that their slower pace of play and just offensive efficiency, as well as playing some pretty good defense and forcing Alabama into some tough shots, will allow them to keep it close here. And if you're seeing 12.5, I will just wait to bet it, I guess. But I'll be on Clemson plus the points for sure.
Mac here. Bama doesn't guard a parked car, and that is completely accurate.
You saw 12.5, Huff?
Yeah, they're already up to 12.5.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool. Let them bet it up.
And I see a couple people in the chat. They're not winning. I don't think they're winning. But there's a difference between winning and losing by 13 more or more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the money line's a long shot, but Bama losing wouldn't surprise me. They don't play defense, and they can go cold for stretches at times. So I like Clemson. Do I think they win? Probably not, but for the price, take a stab.
Holy shit.
Little Rock's catching 1.5 at Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas has been a wagon. Everybody's loved them, and now they're only laying 1.5 to Little Rock. What?
Little Rock's a better team. I mean, I think it's more telling that Central Arkansas is even laying a point here. Books are starting to respect them more. I'll take Central Arkansas money line. Probably not betting this though.
That's what I'm saying is they're starting to get attention and people are respecting them. I think Little Rock gets this done. I think a lot of people. Who was at Central Arkansas while it's by 30 at home? God, I forget who it was. Whoever, whatever, I don't care. They walled somebody at home. Yeah,
in Illinois. I think
it was Edub. I'll take Little Rock on the road. I just think Central Arkansas. If they were a dog, I think that would be better. But them even favored by 1.5. They flipped to a dog?
No, I'm saying maybe they will for you.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. That hasn't treated me well this year. But yeah, it'll be Little Rock for me if I'm going to bet this.
Yeah, I will. I'll be on Central Arkansas here. I think I've said this in one of our shows previous, but I've kind of circled that game for Little Rock against Arkansas State. They're at home on Saturday because this is Little Rock's 7th straight away game. So they've been kind of road warriors here. Their only win in that road trip has been Ball State, which, Lord, if you were watching that game on Saturday, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll back Central Arkansas here at home on the money line. I think that Little Rock's looking to get back home and looking for that game against Arkansas State and kind of a get up spot there. They're at home on Saturday, so give me Central Arkansas.
Oh, wow. UL Monroe's laying 12.5 already. It's up to 11.5 shop around against Mississippi Valley State. At a principle, I am not going to bet this. Could be talked into it, but I will take Mississippi Valley State plus the points. They're better this year. Who's UL Monroe to be laying that many points against anyone? Don't care if it's Mississippi Valley State. I don't care if it's 3 people in the pump fake pod. Give me Mississippi Valley State plus the points.
Yeah, Miss Valley with the points, no bet.
Yep. I will echo those sentiments, and we will go with Mississippi Valley State. No bet. If this was in Hawaii, I'd be betting them.
Yep.
But it ain't.
Richmond's catching 5.5 against Belmont. I like Richmond in this one. I know it's up to 7.5, but I like Richmond. They last year Belmont beat them on their home floor. Now they get to go to Belmont here. And last year that Richmond team, I don't think was well. I don't think I know they were not good, but I don't think they're anywhere near what this team is. I mean, I know they played Charlotte, Furman, Bill and Mary. Those are their toughest ones, and they lost to Furman by 1 on a neutral. Last year in Belmont, Richmond lost by 7, and that team was significantly worse. And I think this Belmont team was better last year. Or, I don't know. They were kind of weird last year. They definitely screwed us over a few times, but this is still a good Belmont team. I think Richmond is going to get this one plus the 5. I think somebody said it was up to 7.5. Sure, I'll let it climb. I'll take Richmond, maybe even a little money line sprinkle, little payback spot.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I know it's Richmond's first true road game, so that to each their own, I guess, in terms of that. But I think this Richmond squad is very good. Not like Belmont isn't. But they're starting out 8-0, fresh off of the 26-point win against Charleston on the road on Sunday. Richmond, they haven't played since Friday, winning against Charlotte on the neutral there. I like Richmond here. I'll wait. You said it was up to 7.5.
That's what I heard. I didn't see it, but I heard it was up to 7.5.
The 7.5 on the Lion Network plus BetMGM.
Gotcha.
7.5. I would take it. I bet it stays at 6-7. I bet.
Ooh, you said it, not me.
Oh, I know I did. I know I said it. I'm with you on this, guys. Richmond first 2 road game. I know Belmont's been able to drill teams, but we saw them kind of stumble against Lipscomb just a tad bit. I feel like they're kind of similar teams, and Richmond kind of amplifies what Lipscomb does best. So I'll take the Spiders here on the road and let the number climb as well by the end of the show. Tough for me to fade in Belmont at home, I know, but come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Spiders.
Richmond plays good defense, though. They defend the 3 well, which is something that Belmont tries to, obviously are very proficient in. But I think that Richmond will be able to keep it close.
Yeah.
Going on mute so I can fart there. Kind of.
You had to fart before this game. Jesus.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Evansville's laying 6.5 at home against Ball State. Over-unders 136.5. Pretty sure they played last year. I think Ball State won at home, but that doesn't matter. All new teams. Ball State just scored 96 after Lemoyne after scoring 37 the night before. They're going to come out slow. They just scored 95. They're coming out slow. Much as I don't want to lay it with Evansville, I will. Probably no bet, though. Ball State's going to come out freaking sluggish. They just scored 95. 37 the game before. It's horrible.
This is up to 7.5. I see now, too. Man, I think Evansville's the spot. I'm not betting it. I'm not laying 7.5 with them. No, thank you.
They're the spot. Ball State's ass. Hey, that logo's fire. That flag hangs in my garage up there. That logo's so fire. Charlie Carmel, baby.
Is this any sort of rivalry, or is this just like 2 Indiana teams that are just?
It's a rivalry. It's a fucking 4-hour drive from these 2 places. I don't know.
Well, I was asking. Yeah, give me Evansville. Lay it. No bet. I'm done betting on this, but I fucking went back to the well on Sunday. Luckily, I did against Lemoyne. But man, that Lehigh game was, or was it no Lafayette game? Holy shit,
It was ugly.
that was one of the games I don't want to have to ever watch that again.
Yeah, fuck that. Get out of here, Evansville. Purple Aces. Look at them.
It's telling you what's going to happen.
That,
Nobody wants to
that logo looks like he just like has like a bunch of like Cardinals in his like just yes, I have Cardinals in my jacket or something like that. A little bit something trench coaty. Oh, Elliot, Idaho State's laying 5.5 or on the road at UMKC. Are you gonna be eating potatoes here in Kansas City?
Yeah, I'll eat potatoes. Kansas City, they're terrible. They haven't shown me any reason to back them. Idaho State, they played really competitive against what I think will be a really good Sam Houston State team. They played really good tonight against Oklahoma State. I came away impressed with them yet again. So the fact that Idaho State played them to a 3-point game really was kind of impressive. I just don't. I mean, who is this UMKC team? I mean, I don't trust them at home. I know it's plus 5.5. But Idaho State, they've already been on the road. Obviously, they've lost pretty much every single one of their away games, except they beat San Diego by 3. But I'm not backing Kansas City. I'll lay it with Idaho State minus 5.5.
They got to cover one of them. They got to cover one of them.
They do.
They got to cover one of them. I think this
not necessarily. Talk to Green Bay last year.
Yeah, they got to cover one of them. Law of averages. I think this is the chance that they do. I will not put my money on it though. I'll take UMKC plus 5.5. Maybe we'll let it climb a little bit. Take them plus the points. No bets though. No bets.
Alcorn's catching 40.5 at Iowa State. Iowa State's got Purdue on deck next. Do they care to blow out Alcorn by 40?
Yes.
Or can they just do it with ease? I think they can do it with ease, but they got a big game on deck. I'll take the points with Alcorn. No bets.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Iowa State maybe. Yeah, I think you're right, Call. I'll take the team total over again in Idaho or with Iowa State, excuse me, just to feel pain. But I'm not betting this either, just due to the fact that they got Purdue on deck in the neutral. So, yeah, I like Iowa State team total over if I had to pick one.
Yeah, give me the points with Alcorn State. I guess wait to bet it. It probably gets bet up to freaking 42, 43 probably. But Iowa State notoriously known for just absolutely altering their net by beating these teams by 50. So no bet for me, but I'll take the points.
Portland State's laying 2.5 against South Dakota here. Kind of like South Dakota.
It's already down to 1.5. It looks like. Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, South Dakota, their wins: Southern Indiana, Western Mich, South Carolina State Air Force. Portland State's look good, but they've only played 6 games, and 2 of them are D2s. Lost to Stanford and San Fran by 10 each. Otherwise, they play Bakersfield, Utah Tech. I don't think they've really been tested too much. Give me South Dakota at home to get this one done.
Elliot?
Also on that Iowa State game, I know it's not a big deal for this game, but Taman Lipsey with that groin injury, watch out for that coming up here. Who knows what to expect if he's going to play against Purdue. Haven't seen much of on the injury news, but just kind of keep that in doubt. Starting point guard for Iowa State. Look out for that coming up on Saturday against Purdue. I would very, very highly unlikely to see him play against the Alcorn State team. So maybe even more reason to take the points too. But for this one, I will back South Dakota here at home. it's kind of scary because I do think Portland State is the better team in my opinion. But I just like backing South Dakota. They're at home. They're in Vermilion. They lost to Utah Tech. That's their only loss at home. Barely scraped by against South Carolina State.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like South Dakota as well too. In Vermilion, Portland State's been a fun team for me. I think that they can win down low, but South Dakota can match them. South Dakota's picked it up defensively as well with this new roster. I think that's going to transition well against Portland State at home. So yeah, give me Coyotes, baby. Oh man, Northern Colorado's laying 1.5 against Omaha. Over unders 158.5. Omaha off a loss. Now it's kind of like a short spread. This Omaha team, maybe last season was a pipe dream. Don't you say? Or is this a little too early to say that? NoCo on the road. They've been solid. I can't trust Omaha, but this feels like the spot that they get it done. Going back home, D1 opponent after beating up on a D2 one. I think Omaha will be fired up for this one. I'll take Omaha, no bet. Northern Colorado's better. They are total trash.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I like Omaha. Northern Colorado traveling Omaha has not been the same team as last year, obviously, but this is still, a respectable team in the roster. I think it's a short price for a reason. I think they get it done. So give me Omaha in this one. No bet.
Yeah, I like Mac in the chat. Trash cans are trash this year. Kind of
need them back.
Yeah, give me Omaha on the money line. I think they get a good win here at home for me. I think that while Northern Colorado is the better team, we see constantly day in and day out that the better team doesn't always win. So I will back the Mavericks here at home. And we'll see. Verdict's not completely out. I know that they've seemed to be pretty trash so far this year, but I it's early. They can maybe turn it around a little bit. I'll back them at home, even though it does kind of scare me just how much better I think Northern Colorado is than them. But I'll take Nebraska Omaha money line.
Let's go. Colonel Sanders is catching 13.5 at Illinois State, over under 155.5. Illinois State's kind of been a little infuriating this year.
Yeah, but Eastern Kentucky's been kind of ass all year too. I'm not betting Eastern Kentucky. I'll take Illinois State at home, laying the points. I think they come out, drill them. Illinois State's kind of found their stride. They definitely are infuriating. They've played some tough games, but they had a nice cover against Furman for me. Good cover against Charlotte. Now they've bounced back 5 wins in a row, heading back home. I think this is an easy spot for them. I'll even look at the Eastern Kentucky team total under as well against Illinois State. So I think Illinois State drills them.
Yep, I told you guys I'm not backing Eastern Kentucky for a while, but I will back Illinois State minus the 13.5 here. We saw what they did last time out at home against Coastal, smoked them by 52. I think Eastern Kentucky's defense is atrocious. They've given up a lot of points, and so you could even look at maybe an Illinois State team total over. But I think that they just kind of run away with it here. I'm comfortable laying the 13.5 with the Redbirds.
Same. Jacob's got an Arkansas +3. I was only seeing 2.5, so nice snag on that. Tennessee State laying 3.5 against Alabama A&M on the road. Oh, give me the home dog here. Alabama A&M. Is this their first home game of the of the year.
It is not.
Like,
It's played.
not-
It is not. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Alabama A&M is ass, and Tennessee State's really picked it up. But now that they got to be hung over, 3 wins in a row. You pick up UNC Asheville, you pick up Chattanooga. They lay an egg here. I'm with you. Give me Alabama A&M plus the points.
Let's go. Joining us, Elliot?
Yeah, I think so. Tennessee State's off that road win against Chattanooga. I think they're fat and happy off after that win. Now you got Alabama A&M at home. I'll take the points for there in the little short home dog. Give me Alabama A&M plus the 3.5.
Go. Let's go.
Boom. Elevation going to get South Dakota State. This line's a little stanky. I'll take Northern Arizona. No bet. This line just feels stinky and trappy to take South Dakota State here. So I'll take Northern Arizona. No bet.
Hey, man, South Dakota elevation, there's spots in South Dakota that their elevation could be just the same as Flagstaff as well. South Dakota State's off 2 losses, though. I think that they could show up on the road. NAU won their last 3. I'll take South Dakota. I don't think I'm going to bet it, though. I need to see them prove it to me. I think I'll look for a live spot there, see if we can get them on a live angle. But, yeah, I'll take South Dakota State on the bounce back.
Yeah, I'll be on South Dakota State here too. Kind of funny. They play South Dakota State at home, and then they head to North Dakota State on Saturday. So kind of a funny little scheduling deal there. But yeah, give me South Dakota. Short little number. I see Ken Palm's got this as a 1-point win for South Dakota State, so maybe not as stinky as you think. So give me the Jackrabbits minus 2.5.
Mute it again. UMBC's catching 17.5 at Georgetown. UMBC can give teams trouble. I'll take the points with UMBC. I think Georgetown, they can't cover them all. I think this is one they kind of slip and win by 8 or 9. So give me UMBC catching the 17.5.
I'll lay it with Georgetown. I need to see if I bet it. I think Georgetown comes out strong. UMBC, they've been pretty subtle butt cheeks for the most part. They're very specific about their location. They were competitive against Dayton, got their breaks beat off against George Washington. I think another George comes in there and fights them hard. Georgetown's going to come out pissed after losing 2 in a row. They do have North Carolina on deck, so see if I bet this, but I'll take Georgetown.
Fair.
Yeah, kind of a classic little sandwich spot with them playing Miami and then North Carolina look ahead. I'll take the points, no bet, just because I think, they're a little bit disappointed with those 2 losses there and their MTE against Dayton and Miami. So I think they might respond well, almost more of a get right spot to get prepared for North Carolina. So the more I talk about it, give me lay it with Georgetown. No bet though.
Hoyas lost 2 losses. Yep, Damani, great call. Smack them to improve their net. Yep, come on. Memphis is laying 17.5 against New Orleans. Over-unders 152, 153.5. Shop around. New Orleans falling back to earth a little bit. No way we're laying points with Penny, though. I know that. New Orleans plus the points. I also like the over a little bit. I think New Orleans is going to be able to score. Memphis is going to be able to score as well, too. I think the pace itself is going to run pretty fast. Memphis is going to try to come out there, smack him in the mouth. Memphis defensively has stepped it up for sure. But with the pace that they run, I think New Orleans is going to be just fine. New Orleans also has size that can match up well with Memphis and Churchill Abbas, MJ Thomas, Enzo Bajama. So he'll be able to match up with Aaron Bradshaw, Ingram. and Hardaway down low. So, I like the over here if I'm picking a side, but of course we're always going to bet New Orleans and not take Memphis, I'm sure, laying a big number ever.
Yeah, give me New Orleans at 17.5. Sprinkle a little on the money line. We've already seen New Orleans go in and win these games, and then Penny Hardaway has a knack for losing these games or getting them playing themselves to a way too close of a game. So I'll be on New Orleans here with the points. Also, Memphis has Baylor, Louisville, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State on deck, and Baylor's coming into Memphis next. So I think their focus is a little elsewhere. This isn't a what's the word I'm looking for? A disciplined team at all, and Memphis really has never been that. So I think they're looking ahead. I think New Orleans gives them a game. I would not be shocked if Memphis loses this game either, just because of the history of Penny Hardaway and what we've seen New Orleans do this year. So give me New Orleans. I'm going to sprinkle a little on that money line whenever it opens. I'm sure it's a fat one.
Yeah, I'm seeing this. It already came down to 16.5. I'll take it at 16.5 as well. Give me New Orleans plus the points. Fade Penny as a double-digit dog, and I will second Huff in that over 153.5. I think you see that New Orleans has been able to score, and obviously Memphis can score. And I don't think they play very good defense, so I do like that over as well. Classic spot that we had for New Orleans to fade them against Texas Tech, just off of that exhausting give it all effort against Mississippi State, where they ended up losing in overtime. So that was your kind of classic letdown spot, and now we back them again after that. They've had a week off. Now they're going to come back, come prepared, and I think they give Penny all he can handle.
Prince, sorry, wait, Huff, you my bad. You talked. Yeah, you were talking about this when I came back. My bad. Princeton's catching 3.5 at Monmouth. Didn't Princeton just have a big win?
No, they lost. They blew it in the end against St. Joe's. They fought hard, but they covered against St. Joe's. That is, Monmouth went 2-1 in that MTE at Lafayette.
Yeah, I'll be on. I'll be on Princeton. This number feels a little short for a team that can't win. They've lost 6 of the last 7. I mean, but their losses are St. Joe's, Vermont, Temple, Bradley, Iona, Kansas. Tough games. Monmouth, they've played Lafayette, Lemoyne, Ball State, Bob Morris, and then Syracuse, Seton Hall, LaSalle. So they've had 2 games, tough games, and those were back the 13th and 18th. So they've been playing nobodies since, really. So I'll take Princeton. I think they bounce back and get a big win here on the road. Let's go Tigers.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I like Princeton. The numbers jumped up, Trevor, so wait to bet it. It's already up to 5.5 a lot of places. I think this Princeton team has really struggled, but we see them as Mac in the chat says, Princeton do, ? I think they are. And I know that they covered, but I think their potential to get one outright as well and sneak one with sneaky possessions and limited possessions for the Tigers.
Yeah, I like Monmouth at home. That's my only thing because they've been kind of a team that I love to back at home, but up already to 5.5. I think that's too many points. I think this game comes down kind of to the wire, similar to what that St. Joe's Princeton game did. So I think either team can win this by 2 or 3 points. So giving me plus 5.5, I'll take that. And yes, thanks, Hasty. It was, I know Dusty, I was trying to find that in the chat before he left. He had to go. That was his play of the day today, or for today. Once I find it, I'll highlight it. But he had Utah plus the points that cashed, and then his play of the day today. Here we go. Is dog tomorrow Princeton money line plus 175, and then the plus 4.5. So shout out Dusty Bottoms. Yeah,
for sure. Shout out Dusty. Cal Baptist catching 18.5 at BYU. Tough spot. Played Saturday, then you went and played Monday in Elevation. Now you got to go play BYU. BYU does have a look ahead, though, a little bit. They play Clemson. They got Clemson on deck. I think Cal Baptist can hang in and lose this game by 15, 16 points. I'll take Cal Baptist, but no bet.
Yeah, I will. I'll back Cal Baptist again. They've been good to me. Don't see why I wouldn't go back to the well with them. I will wait to bet this, though. I could see this maybe getting bet up a little bit.
Already at 21.5.
Already at 21.5. Perfect. So I'll keep waiting a little bit more. See where maybe it can climb to a little bit overnight. If it goes back down, maybe I'll just lay off. But man, I mean, I know this is at the NBA arena. It's at the Delta Center, so it's at the Jazz Arena. So it's not a true home game in Provo. That changes things, I think, personally, because the BYU environment is very lit there in Provo. But now it's it's at that neutral NBA court. So I just think it's way too many points yet again for a Cal Baptist team who we've loved backing. So give me Cal Baptist plus the points. You said 21.5. I will
21, 20.5. Yep, 21.
I'll lay the 20, or I'll bet the 20.5.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to bet BYU. They definitely outmatch. Second game in elevation is just a tad scary, but I think this is one where we're going to get a good backdoor, and where Cal Baptist is going to play good for the entire game, where we're pissed maybe about a no cover, but I think they'll be able to get it done in the end, and Cal Baptist finds a way, and I like it even better being on a neutral site as well. So give me the Lancers here for sure. Muted.
Yeah, my bad. Bucky here. I like Bucky. We sat on that BYU loss for a week, came out, looked great, and then really did not even get ready for TCU. TCU looked good that tournament. Now you got Bucky at home. I know they have Marquette on deck, but Northwestern, other than Martinelli, this team really doesn't have anything. I don't think. I mean, and now you're coming off a three-game MTE, Virginia, South Carolina, Oklahoma State. Well, Oklahoma State was a semi-home game, but you got the Badgers here. Badgers looking to bounce back. They got embarrassed by TCU after a Providence win. Northwestern, I don't think is that great, and not to mention they're coming off of that those three neutrals in a week, and now you're going to go play Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's ready for this. I think they blast them, and then Marquette. I think they absolutely fuck up Marquette on Saturday or whenever they play that game too. So give me Bucky. I see the 9.5 now, so I laid the 9.5 with Bucky. They're going to get this done in the Kohl Center tomorrow.
Yeah, the analytics got it around a 5-6 point game. Books are not trusting it. Now that a team's got to go on the road in the Kohl Center as well. Definitely one that I like. Tough environment, of course. And looks like Rhythm likes it as well, laying the points with Wisconsin. So we'll go ahead and call that our Rhythm play of the day up in the Kohl Center. So let's go Wisconsin and ride them, Bucky. And I think that they disrupt Martinelli. They could stop him, shut him down. Northwestern will not have an offense to be able to keep up with this Wisconsin offense. So give me Bucky up in Madison at the Kohl Center. Let's go Rhythm.
Yep. Nothing more to add there for that one. I just think that, as I did today, I just looked at the Rhythm play of the day and took it, bet it, as everybody should. It's been cashing, I think, been pretty good to us. So nothing more to add. Let's roll Bucky. Muted.
Why does it keep muting me? Whatever. North Dakota's catching 9.5 at Idaho. Over under 153. I'll take Idaho. I like Idaho at home. I know this is the wrong no, it's not. It's the right one. I like Idaho at home. They're coming off of a loss. North Dakota coming from the islands on Friday, where they just got dominated on the glass. Idaho, I don't think is going to be as dangerous like Hawaii is, but on the glass. But North Dakota traveling from the islands, now you got to go play Idaho, middle of nowhere. I think Idaho gets this done, especially off of a loss. So give me Idaho -9.5.
Yeah, Trevor, I'm with you as well, especially with Idaho being off of a loss. We've liked these Vandals, especially in Moscow, North Dakota, tough travel spot. I think Colton Mitchell, though, and Biko Johnson for Idaho and their guard play outmatches North Dakota's guard play here, especially on their home court. So give me the Vandals, of course.
Yep, I'll be on the Vandals as well. I'll lay it. You guys kind of pretty much summed up my cap with the fact of the tough travel spot, and Idaho needs this bounce back win after the tough blowout loss to Sam Houston by 26. So give me the Vandals.
Let's go. Texas State's catching 2.5 at Rice. Little Texas rivalry here.
Texas State's bad. Texas State's really bad. But this is one where I think we dive into Texas State bouncing back. No showing against Seattle, losing at Lehigh by 4. It's just a really weird spot. Rice off of a good win against Oral Roberts. Now it's on that weird number. I'll take Texas State plus the points. Need to be seeing if I bet it, though. But I think that there's a spot here after you just score 55. Now you're still catching a low number here against this Rice team that offensively isn't the best. They can shoot the 3 pretty good, which is Texas State's weak spot on defense. But outside of that, they're able to keep teams down to a minimum amount of points. And I think they're able to do that. I'll take Texas State. Probably not going to bet it after their performance the last 2 weeks, though. And my dog just rang his bell, by the way. So maybe I will end up betting Texas State. I'm going to take them out real quick.
The signs. Oral Bob's catching 7.5 at Weber State.
I'll be on Rice. By the way.
My bad. I thought. Whoops.
You're good. I'll be on Rice minus 2.5. I think at home they had a tough outing last time they were home against Tarleton State. Ended up getting blown out there. I think they play with some pride here. Texas State, good defensively, but struggled to defend the 3. Rice is very potent from the 3 and relies heavily on it. So I think if Rice is hitting the 3s, they should be able to win this game. So give me Rice minus the 2.5.
Here we go. Oral Bob's catching 7.5 at Weber State. I lay with Weber, no bet. I haven't been able to figure out either of these teams this year. I've had no luck betting or fading either one. So give me Weber State, no bet.
Looking at this with this line, 7.5. Oh, yeah. I mean, weird kind of trip. They just random midweek Wednesday trip out to Ogden, Utah, and then Oral Roberts going to kind of come back home and play Montana State on Saturday. Kind of similar to what Kansas City was doing, where they just kind of randomly got up and left on a Saturday to Weber State and then flew back home, and now they play Idaho State. I think Weber State rolls here against a kind of a similar inferior opponent like Oral Roberts. And I'll lay the 7.5 here with them.
Let's go. Weber up. Pacific's laying 5.5 at Air Force. This line is disgusting. I have to lean Pacific, but no bet. I mean, elevation's going to get you. Air Force randomly has popped up and looked all right in some spots as of late. But this will be the toughest team they played. I'll take Pacific, no bet.
Yeah, this is a weird travel spot for Pacific. They've just kind of been all over the place, coast to coast. They were in Florida for that MTE. First started out playing Florida Atlantic, then we're there for like basically a week for that MTE, got a couple good wins, and they flew all the way home, played Sacramento State at home, and now they go middle of the country to Air Force. So just kind of a weird little travel spot. Give me the under here. I think maybe Pacific. We've seen their defense is very potent and very good. I think maybe they'll lack a little bit of offensive firepower here at Elevation due to all the travel. And so I think this is a kind of grinded out game in the low 60s. So I'll take the under 134.5.
There you go.
I've been betting continuously on Pacific, but this definitely feels just a tad bit stinky as well with Air Force. But I'm not buying into it. Dave Smart defensively, great coach. Pacific's been rolling. I think that they can ride this momentum high. So I'm not going to bet Air Force. No way. Line is scary though.
Yeah. St. Thomas catching 2.5 at Montana State, over under 147.5.
I'm betting Montana State here.
Off a loss, overtime loss.
Off of a loss in Bozeman, by the way. I know this St. Thomas team can run and gun. They've already won on the road against Portland. This St. Thomas may be the better team, but this is a good home spot for Montana State off of an overtime loss. Now you got St. Thomas, who's kind of been out there for quite some time. They're kind of itching to get back home. They play a home game at against Weber State on Sunday. This feels like a Montana State spot all day. I'll take Montana State here against St. Thomas.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Huff. I'll be on Montana State here. I don't mind laying the 2.5 here. I think that they're like you said, maybe St. Thomas is possibly the better team. You could argue that they're pretty comparable. Different teams for sure, but I'll back the home favorite here. Short little favorite. I think Tommies can sometimes struggle on the road. They've looked pretty okay on the road so far, but give me Montana State laying the 2.5.
Did I miss North Dakota State, Montana? Or no? We talked about that one already.
We did not talk about that one. I didn't see. I was waiting for that one.
That one's a fun one.
We got a little play in that one possibly.
There it is.
Go ahead, Elliot. Start us off then. We got to play. Let's go.
Yeah, I will be on Montana money line here. They really struggled against Lamar and Oakland in their MTE. They were very competitive against Texas A&M before their home MTE, but then had 2 disappointing losses. I think that they bounced back. They're at home, North Dakota State. We've seen them. They've definitely struggled on the road this year, already dropping games against Oregon State, UC Davis, and Arkansas State, albeit that Arkansas State one, they were pretty competitive and in overtime. But yeah, I like backing Montana here at home. Maybe a little Montana 2-step with Montana money line and Montana State money line wouldn't be a bad play either.
Yeah, let's double up on Montana as well. I think Montana at home is definitely a solid spot against this North Dakota State team. We've seen North Dakota State travel super well, to their credit, but Missoula, tough place to go to. Montana's defense has been super porous. I think that they hopefully can be able to step it up and get it done here after just a no-show at home in their MTE, like you mentioned. So bounce back spot for Montana. North Dakota State, who has kind of been bouncing all over. They were at Arkansas State last weekend. They've been traveling all the way up the United States. I think they're going to be itching to get back home as well to play on Saturday. So, give me Montana for sure.
Yeah, Montana for me too. If you look at this, wrong team. I'm looking at Montana State, not Montana. You idiots. Well, that just pokes a hole in what I wanted to bet in this game, but it'd still be Montana. I mean, like you said, 3 straight losses back home. North Dakota State did just lose on Friday, but that was in Arkansas. Now you got to go to Montana. Tough travel. Give me Montana.
Yeah, I will say Montana only lost 1 home game all last season. They just dropped 2 in a row. They're going to bounce back here.
Edub is catching 2.5 at Denver. Give me Denver at home in the elevation. No bet though. Eastern Washington's horrendous. I don't think Denver's good either, but this is a spot for them. They're at home, used to the elevation. Edub's traveling in to play this. Kind of a weird spot for Edub. So I'll lay it with 2.5. Lay the 2.5 with Denver, but will not bet this.
Yeah, you said it best. Eastern Washington's been asked. They randomly can show up at times, but they haven't been able to do that at all this season. I know they took North Texas to overtime. I think they played their hearts out. They ran out of gas. Still ended up losing by 8. Now you got Denver looking for their first home win after dropping against UTSA. This is the same team that went into Colorado State, though, and got a W. Give me Denver. First home win against Eastern Washington. I'm with you. Defense is going to be awful, but Eastern Washington in the elevation going to struggle a tad bit going into Denver. So give me the Pioneers. Probably going to bet that too.
Yep, I'm betting this. So I'll be on Denver minus the 2.5. I think, Classic, they just got their ass spanked on the road by 30 against Arizona and by 42 against Wyoming. Now they return home. Only had one home game. They dropped the first one to UTSA. Like you said, Eastern Washington, they've been ass as of late. Kind of weird because the first 3 games, they were really competitive against UCLA, Loyola Marymount, and Colorado. And they really haven't been since then. I mean, I know that they took North Texas to overtime, but seems like all North Texas does is playing close games to inferior opponents. I mean, they've been playing in close games to Houston Christian, Prairie View A&M. So that doesn't mean much to me that they were able to hang around with North Texas. I'll be on the Pioneers minus the 2.5, and it will be a bet for me. They get their first home win against the D1 opponent on the season. Muted.
I'm gonna fucking kill this computer. Virginia's catching 2.5 at Texas. Texas off the MTE, the Maui. Virginia, I like this Virginia team. They actually have an offense. They still play defense. They're playing at a little bit faster pace. I think they're going to be able to keep up with Texas offensively, and I think they're going to end up getting this done. I mean, this team can rebound and shoot free throws and shoot the ball. I know this is a little bit step up in competition, but still not a fan of Texas. They're feeling too high and mighty after that Maui tournament with the amount of points they scored. I think they fall flat tomorrow. When they need it most, give me Virginia plus the 2.5.
I don't think they fall flat at all. This is one of their bigger home games, or the biggest home game in their non-conference yet before SEC play. I think the faithful may enjoy their Texas run in Hawaii. I know that they put up a lot of points offensively, and Virginia's going to be able to do that and have been able to do that this season. But this is also Virginia's first true road spot. I think the faithful of Texas is going to realize, hey, this basketball team's not bad. Decent game tomorrow going into the Moody Center. So give me the Horns here against Virginia. I'll lock up the money line minus 140.
Yeah, I'll be on Texas here as well. I know, kind of a common play for me that you'll see is, fade the team that's on the first true road game. There's a few spots that I'm not, like back in LSU minus the points there against Boston College, but I'll take the home team here. I also like the over 152.5. You've seen that anytime Texas is taking a step up in competition, it's kind of soared over this number. I think that they'll still be able to kind of get what they want and be very proficient on offense at home. And I think Virginia, I know that supposedly they're, a good defensive team. I think they'll be able to put up points against a Texas defense who likes to give up points. So I don't mind that over 152.5 either. I think if they get into a defensive battle, it's going to favor Virginia. So I think Texas is going to be looking to run up the score, push the pace a little bit and put up some points. So give me the over 152.5, but I will back the Texas minus 2.5 as well.
Vanderbilt's laying 10.5, 9.5. Shop around against SMU. Over unders 167.5. Looks like it is pretty much stiffening at 10.5. I'll lay it with Vanderbilt. I'm not going to bet it, though. We've seen Vanderbilt. They beat St. Mary's by 25, VCU by 15. They went wire to wire with Western Kentucky. Pretty tough opponent there. But we just saw SMU go on the road at Mississippi State, get a W. They beat Butler. They're able to score a lot of points. Their style of play matches up with Vanderbilt, but I just feel like going against Vanderbilt, especially at home, this is a game that they could randomly just come out kicking their teeth immediately on SMU. Or either way, if it's a close game, 6 points, 4 points, you're going to look up and the final is going to be a 14 to 16 point win for Vanderbilt just for how fast this team runs. But SMU's been able to keep up with their pace. I'll lay it. No bet for me on this one. I want to see what happens and go feed up for this one personally.
Yeah, I like Vanderbilt back home. Byington's done a really good job rebuilding this team. They've looked damn good. SMU kind of is just Poopy Miller, and that's about it. So I think tomorrow he turns into Poopy Miller. Vanderbilt wins this game by 15, 16 points. So I'll lay it with Vanderbilt. Not sure if I bet this, though. That's the question. But still like Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and lock up another over here. I don't really trust backing a side here with Vanderbilt coming off of the MTE victory, where they, just demolished teams there at Atlantis. So I'm a little nervous laying that kind of a number after we saw what SMU could do on the road against the Mississippi State team, who I know is not very good. Personally, I don't think they are. I think Vanderbilt obviously is much better, but I'll just take the points here with the over 167.5. I just think you're just going to see high tempo, pace pushed, and a lot of scoring here in this game. So give me the over 167.5.
Yeah, I might tell you with that one. Miss State's got laying 2.5 at Georgia Tech.
Oh my God.
Georgia Tech money line. Josh Hubbard cannot get this done himself. Chris Jans, this isn't a great defensive team. More offensively driven, and it's basically just Josh Hubbard. This team is a disaster. Give me Georgia Tech with the 2.5.
Elliot?
I will be on Georgia Tech plus the 2.5. I think the ACC gets another one here against the SEC. I'll back the short little dog at home. Mississippi State hasn't proven much of anything at home on a neutral. This is going to be their first true road game. I know that environment there at Georgia Tech is not the greatest road environment, but I'll back them, and I like backing Damon Stoudemire as a dog. So the fact that we get him as a dog here is kind of a gift. So give me Georgia Tech plus the 2.5.
Yeah, I'll let this number looks like it's getting steamed a little bit. I'll wait to bet and on Mississippi State. You guys have ever heard of an underperforming stock? When's the best time to buy? When you buy low. I think this is a good buy low spot for Mississippi State team. I'll take Mississippi State on the money line, but I will wait to bet this. And I'm fine being laughed in my face if they don't show up yet again. But for some freaking reason, they need to randomly stand up for one game. So I need to see it, though. They could be entering no bet territory. We got a long season of SEC play ahead. I know one thing I'm betting here. Auburn, NC State looked like they got absolutely exposed in Hawaii. I don't think there's a bounce back spot for them. Yeah, they beat Boise State, but just a lack of give a shit on both sides. Auburn really kind of came together. They're kind of rallying behind this Nepo baby at coach. So, I think Auburn right away is going to come out super strong. NC State's going to be playing somewhat tough, but the physicality of Auburn is going to give way in the end, especially in the second half here. We saw Auburn beat up on St. John's. They got their ass kicked by Michigan, I know, but they played tough against Houston. They've been able to bounce back after their Bethune-Cookman overtime win. But I like Auburn, especially in the jungle. I think this is going to be a rude awakening for NC State, but this is the right thing for NC State. I know losing's not great, but now you have a couple bye games, UNC Asheville, maybe not a bye game, Liberty, but you got Kansas on deck, Ole Miss on deck as well, and then you start ACC play on New Year's Eve. So you still got some time here to get a couple home games, home wins, but a true road spot, especially after not giving a shit against Hawaii here. Or in Hawaii here. I think it's another back against the wall play against NC State. They'll figure it out, though, and bounce back after this loss. Give me Auburn in the jungle. Don't say it.
I'm going to throw this computer through a wall. You basically have my entire cap. Auburn at home in the jungle, NC State first true road game. And I think this is a spot where they kind of get caught. I know Will Wade is a SEC guy from his LSU days, but things have changed. I think NC State's a good team, but tomorrow is not their day. Give me Auburn laying it.
Yep, we can squad ride this one. I will lay the -5.5 with Auburn there in the jungle. Not going to fade the jungle here.
Word. Vermont's Vermont's catching 1.5 at Oregon State. Give me Oregon State. This is a weekday spot. Oregon State plays better. Vermont, I'm not impressed with this team. This team looks ugly. Becker looks washed. This team's really got nobody. Your big man is Gus Yalden. It's like 6'9" or so, 6'10" from Wisconsin. So give me Oregon State. Don't overthink it. Vermont sucks. They're baiting you for Vermont money here.
Yeah, Oregon State kind of sucks, though, too. But home spot in Corvallis, I can see Trevor's angle and a bad travel spot as well. This Vermont team struggling. Give me Oregon State as well at home. Let's tinkle it up and go tinkle.
Yep, I like back in Vermont there at Patrick Gymnasium. We did it as a 6.5 point dog against Yale. They didn't win outright, but they covered for us. Great team. Good teams win, great teams cover, as we always say. But yeah, tough coast to coast travel spot here, middle of the week. I think we fade them here, and then we back them, unfortunately, against Zoe 101 when they're going to be still out there on the weekend against Pepperdine on Saturday. So profitable fading Zoe 101 this year, I will say. But Oregon State also off the tough loss to Cal Baptist. I think that if there's ever a time for Oregon State to respond, it's now. So give me Oregon State money line.
Line's weird. San Francisco's laying 14.5 against North Alabama. Over unders 144.5. Weird travel spot here as well. North Alabama off of a win at Jacksonville State. They've won 2 in a row. Now they're bouncing back. San Francisco's lost 2 in a row. This is in the War Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a San Francisco spot here. I think that their 3-point play can get it done alone. They live and die off the 3, especially if they're super hot. And then they also got some size and a massive size advantage against North Alabama. So I'll lay it with San Fran.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's a tough travel spot for North Alabama coming off of the rivalry win against Jacksonville State on the road. Now they travel all the way to San Francisco. Are they staying out there? Or is this just kind of a one and done game? One and done game. They're done for, it looks like 12 days. They don't have another game until December 15th. Kind of a crazy little scheduling football there. Lay it with San Francisco. This kind of feels like a smash spot for them. So lay the 14.5.
Yeah, they need a drill job game. I agree.
Yeah. San Fran, North Alabama. I get their coming off of that Jacksonville game, but they're flying across the country basically. San Fran, like you said, dropped 2 straight. This is a smash spot for San Fran here. Utah Valley's catching 8.5 at the Aztecs of San Diego State.
San Diego.
Fun game.
This is a fun one. I'm gonna. Can I interest you in a gross over here? I think I know that it's a no-brainer, especially with a San Diego State team most of the time. But this team's kind of different. Both teams push the pace decently well, and defenses are stout. But we've seen San Diego State be pretty porous and allow a good amount of points. Utah Valley not afraid to score either and shoot the ball well. Their total at Boise State was 178 total on the road, and then on the road against Fresno State as well, 149. So we've seen this game just kind of creep over, especially with Utah Valley's road games. I think this continues. San Diego State's been scoring a good amount of points. They haven't been as suffocating. I don't foresee them being able to do that against Utah Valley. I think they're able to do that against Lamar and Air Force here as they play 3 games over the next 2 weeks. But I don't think that they can do that to Utah Valley's offense. I think we see a good amount of points. I'll take the over. I already see it dropping. It's at 143.5, already juiced. So looks like people are betting that under. Steam that under, baby. The refs will be taking the opposite, and I'll be on the right side. So give me the over here in San Diego State and Utah Valley.
Yeah, I don't hate your angle, but I kind of like the Aztecs here. Utah Valley on the road, not the same as they are at home. I think they score points, and I think they give up plenty to San Diego State and Dutcher and company. So give me the Aztecs laying the 8.5.
Yep, I like both of your guys' angles. Ken Palm's got this over or got this total at 150. So you're getting 7 points of value just off of the Ken Palm deal as well. So kind of weird that this number is so low, but I do like it. It's kind of a gross over. I think you're correct on that, Huff. I think they're both playing a little faster. Aztecs not maybe as good on the defensive end, but if you guys remember. The last time that the San Diego State played at home, they lost that double overtime game to Troy. I think that they respond well here. Bounce back spot for them at home. They had obviously that empty their players era tournament after that, but I think that they're still disappointed in that home loss. So I think they respond back here with a big win at home against the Utah Valley team. I'm probably leaning more on the over with you, Huff, rather than laying it. But I like I would feel pretty confident in either both the over, the 143, 142. I'm seeing some as well, or the minus 8.5. Either one.
Yep. Utah Tech's catching 19.5 at Santa Clara. Lay it, no bet. I have no interest in this. Santa Clara can mess them up if they want to. It is a big ass spread though. But Santa Clara nothing, and I will do nothing this game. I just think they're the much better team, and they're, I think they can drill them. I believe in Herb Sendek, but just so don't click that, Trevor. I just don't think, or I think 20 points is a tad much, but Utah Tech is pretty damn bad. So Santa Clara, no bet.
Yeah, no bet here for me. I'll take the Buffalo Sabres old logo here and Utah Tech plus the points. I don't know why Santa Clara is laying that many. I don't want to be able to lay that many. I know that their defense is pretty solid. But Utah Tech, I feel like they match up kind of well against Santa Clara for the most part. But yeah, I'm not betting this, not putting my hard-earned cash on it, especially on the road in Santa Clara. So I'll let that number climb. Take Utah Tech, no bet.
Yeah, I'll lay it here with Santa Clara. They've been kind of a wagon at home. Probably going to lay off of a bet just because they're returning home from the MTE. I know it was in California, so not like it was too far from home. But I think they should roll here. 19.5 feels a tad much, but I'll lay it here. No bet for me as well.
Final game.
UCLA's laying 1.5 at Washington. Get out of here. This UCLA team is not it. Washington at home, UCLA. Mick Cronin basically said he should be fired for how this team plays in a press conference. He hates this team per usual. I mean, he hates everybody, but this team especially. I think it's a short spread. I think a lot of people are going to be like, okay, Washington's not that good. This is a spot for UCLA, but UCLA's got injuries. Washington at home. I'll take the short dog. Either Washington wins outright by like 8 or 9, or they lose this game by 20. I think there's a better chance they win this game than they end up getting blown up by UCLA on their home floor.
E-money.
I will say, Trev, if you remember last time he called his team out last year, I believe they went on the road to Maryland and ended up getting a big win against the Crab Five. So could we see a similar result here? Not quite sure. I'm looking at I need to look up one thing injury-wise. I want to see what Washington's health status is. Give me a second. The Steinbach did not play on Friday, and he is questionable to play against UCLA. He's missed the last 3 games with his ankle sprain, has a chance to play. I will wait to see what the status of him is because when he does not play, they have not played very well. Barely survived against Southern in double overtime without him. They did win against Nevada, but then they got kind of housed by Colorado. So if he's not playing, I think UCLA would be the play. For me.
A lot of injuries up for grabs. UCLA banged up, as Trevor mentioned, and Washington as well. So I'll take UCLA. I hate Mick Cronin. You know I hate him. But I'll take UCLA. I need to see what's going on with these injuries, though, personally.
Yeah, and it looks like just looking, Donovan Dent's expected to play for UCLA, and then
I'll take UCLA. I guess.
Tyler Bilodeau is day-to-day. He sprained his left knee, nearing a return, have a shot to suit up. So him, Bilodeau, and Steinbach, they both are going to be questionable. Looks like same with Bryson Tucker as well. He's missed the last games with the ankle. Yeah, give me UCLA.
Take UCLA. Washington. If Washington wins, great. If I lose money betting on Mick Cronin, great. Personally, that's great. That's great.
Bring it on. Let's go Huskies.
Great show, guys. Woo.
Yes.
3 hours. Yeah. Oh man, we for those Friday night slates. We're gonna have to run at a rapid pace. That was a 3-hour tour here.
Yes, sir. Well, it was fun. Chat was bumping per usual. Appreciate you guys.
Chat always
nothing new here. Too many people in here to call you guys out one by one from now on. So we appreciate that. It's growing. Everyone's showing up, and love reading the chat and what everybody's on. See, we got some battles with some people in the chat. It's fun. Hopefully tomorrow is better for everybody. Ended up 9-11 today. Shout out Oregon for blowing that, but we'll get it back. We'll get it back tomorrow with New Orleans money line.
Elliot and I 15-13 together, so that was fun. Back in the green column for December. We'll keep the stuff rolling after a few losing great days in a row. But I'm pumped up. Slides, fantastic job, Trevor. It was a fun one today, and we're gonna keep it rolling. Chat, you guys are awesome, and you know where to follow us. Pump Fake Pod on Twitter, at Stooley Picks, at @I'm_money, at Michael_Huffer3. We appreciate all you guys. Hit that like button in the chat. Drop your plays, fade us, tail us. Picks page always there. I have all my picks in there. I'm gonna hit the hay. Got an early wake up tomorrow. So I will finalize and get all those picks updated around like early morning, around like 8-9 a.m. in that window. But I'll be up around like 6-7 So maybe I will get those plays in. Depends what I'm doing, but probably in that like right around 8 a.m. I'll get everything updated on that pick sheet. But everything's in there, leans, picks. Yeah, appreciate all you guys. Chat, you're the best, and pumped up. Tomorrow's gonna be an easy one, 11 games. So maybe we just do a poem tomorrow instead. Quick little poem.
I'm betting them all. Betting all the games tomorrow.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Or Thursday, I should say, not tomorrow. Hell
As
no.
always, I mean, we had 28 bets today, Elliot. We'll probably do the same tomorrow.
I have to bet just to get close to 28 bets. I might have to get 22. I might be betting the side and betting the total in each game on Thursday. Fuck it.
That's not a bad idea. Doubling up. Yeah. Let's go. Pumped up,
Appreciate
guys.
you.
Rhythm play of the day. Wisconsin 14-7. Rhythm's rolling. Keep it rolling, and make sure to use that PFP25 promo code.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love, guys.
Toodles. Thank you.